Let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, man. Oh, let me do my picks for today. Actually, I'm gonna do my picks for today. I believe it's only two games going on. Do some picks. Um, quite simple, nice and easy picks, man. Nothing really much to it, if you're being honest. There's nothing really much to it, but to do it. So we play the Bucks at 7:30. I got Bucks winning. 'Cause Giannis is back. I'll be very surprised if we win. Hopefully we do win though, but I'm not gonna be biased. I'm not. I try to make good. Not gonna say, I'm not trying to say any prediction is terrible. I try to make a realistic prediction. I want my prediction to be correct, as accurate as possible. So I got Giannis coming back and beating us again. You know, what's the saying? Same stuff, same ish, different day. Same stuff, different, same ish, different day for Giannis, man. Same ish, different day, man. Um, the next is Lakers and Grizzlies. What is Ja Morant's status? I don't know. I got Ja. I mean, I don't know. What's today? What's the game? I think the Grizzlies win. If not, they'll win at home. I don't see the Grizzlies coming back 3-1, but I think it'll go to 6. So I got Grizzlies winning today, I guess. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm gonna go watch this shit.
I
We
was waiting.
we did a video the other day, and I was sitting in your spot, and like your microphone just fell in a weird spot. That's how you be sitting with it over your arm like
Me
that.
too.
Yeah. Oh, I would just had it like this, and it just felt awkward. But
You gotta have it under your
You the
arm.
only person that be having trouble with your mic, so you finally set in some stability, and you didn't know what to do, huh?
no. But it's not like I. The mic was like this when it first came, but it's okay now. It's,
Okay.
Anwar fixed it. Anwar
Who's the
fixed it.
nicest on these mic devices?
Shout out to everybody watching the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on audio platforms, come over to the YouTube channel. If you're on the YouTube channel, go over to the audio platforms, go subscribe and pre-download episodes. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. The playoffs are here, and we got a lot. I mean, a ton. What's up?
Life or lifeless? Who's the nicest on these mic devices and I don't write this?
That sounds like something old.
Base. That's somebody.
One take hold.
Oh, okay. The only one take guy I recognize is One Take Steelo. Rest in peace, Capital Steez.
Give me that beat, food. It's full-time check. Don't worry, skater. I get back to having
He
fun.
got some energy.
Right, he
He came back. Yeah.
I
They
miss
say he's
work.
on low
I
management.
miss
I,
work.
I was just about to say that, but yeah, low man.
Low management is ridiculous.
Yeah, I saw somebody in the comments saying P got to get his immune system up or something. I don't. When we miss, it ain't
That
always
vitamin
like
D?
It ain't always like
This man, all today, watch the behind the scenes with Mike on Pierre's channel. Like, all he's talking about is vitamin D, and now I'm thinking it's got a double meaning.
No. So you talking about orange juice, but we could move on.
Okay.
Yeah, let's move on to those bum ass Lakers.
Dang.
Bomb ass.
This is old,
Lakers.
this is
I-
old.
Hey, I admit they play like shit.
You had Jollis.
Oh,
They had Xavier Tillman. That man
That's
dropped
crazy.
and that's a shame because Anthony Davis. This is like that's probably the easiest matchup Anthony Davis would get all playoffs. Just like
I mean,
hold up,
hypothetically.
hold up. Let's see. Let's think about it. If the so hypothetically speaking, the Lakers win. They'll play the Kings or the Warriors. Warriors probably gonna put Draymond on them. Maybe Looney. Um, I don't know. They're gonna probably put Wiggins on Braun. I'll say so. Yeah, I guess Draymond or Looney on 80 because Draymond kind of like 6'5" is six. Draymond 6'6", I believe. I think Draymond and Clay same height. Um, And then let me think. King probably put some bonus on him. Probably do some bonus. I think King and Moe play power forward, but I don't know who they put King and Moe or Sabonis. Maybe somebody else. I don't know Bonds. Maybe I don't know who they'll put on Bond. Oh man, AD and if they win hypothetically speaking, I'm pretty sure the Clippers are done. They're not gonna come back 3-1. So probably be 8 on AD. KD, even though I'm pretty sure AD would dog 8 in, and then we got KD. Is KD gonna KD and Blonde match up? Yeah, debug, and yeah. Then we got Jokic possibly could play them too, cause I'm pretty sure the Nuggets or the Timberwolves not gonna come back down 3-0. They 3-1 now. But yeah, Jokic and AD, that should be. Yeah, that probably is the easiest matchup he gonna get both on both sides of the ball.
He's been good on them all year.
He has, but come on now.
That was a career night for sure.
We know he's supposed to dominate Anthony Xavier Tillman, but he
You
got
shouldn't get killed by a third string center.
I'm not talking.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm
He
not-
should be
I'm
dominated,
not
but
talking about him scoring. I'm just saying like when Xavier Tillman is guarded AD, you know. But
No,
I get
you know
you
what
mean, though.
you know what the moment of the game was, the turning point of the game, when John Karchar went up and blocked Anthony
Davis
Davis'
shot.
shot.
I swear he
It
had
was a
2
wrap.
blocks on him. I thought he had
Yeah.
2 blocks
He
It
did.
was a
Where
wrap.
Anthony Davis finished with 13.
with 13 points, but it was like he got some at the line too. It was just like it was a terrible night,
Talk
especially
about
for
no
him and D'Lo.
urgency, man. 13 points for Anthony Davis should never happen in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Ever.
Not in a game this important. You win this game, you go back home 2-0. This team with their back against the wall, this young team. Now y'all done gave them some life without Ja.
And it's like when you go against a team that don't have a star. I know it is kind of sometimes the hardest thing to game plan for, but
Shit.
you got to go out and you got to smell blood in the water. You got to go out there and you got to just go get it.
You know what's
LeBron-
crazy? I mean, we're going to get to all the other series, but like we've had a ton of injuries already.
Oh, yeah, a lot
3
of 'em.
games into every series. But it seems like every team that lost a star or lost somebody has come out on top, except for the Clippers, which we'll get to.
They pretty.
A good point. That's a good point. Hopefully we can light that beam, man. I am not a King fan. I'm a Heat fan. I just like the culture, man. Them King fans very supportive. They be coming out and they be making the game that much more entertaining when I watch them.
Pretty damn
It
close.
was a
Yeah.
good
Pretty
game.
damn
Bones Island
close.
was going at Chris Paul like,
Pretty damn close.
damn, Chris.
Essentially, though, y'all did do what y'all wanted to do, which is you want to go on the road and you want to split. You know what I mean? The best case
Yeah,
scenario
you know
is
what?
to win both games.
Cause it felt like game 2 seemed like it would have been game 1 for the Lakers. You know, they would came out flat. In game 2, they would have came out with a bounce back. That's what it just seems weird because it should have been like opposite,
Yeah.
if anything. But game 1 at least showed that they can't hang. I felt like game 2 they just played, especially offensively with D'Lo and AD being a lot of our offense. They just struggle so much, and it's hard to beat that when Xavier Tillman has 20. And Dylan Brooks, he's hitting shots. Everybody's hitting shots on Grizzlies, and we're just struggling on
I don't
offense.
know, man.
But
It was really
the
David
def-
Tillman.
It was a Tillman
Yeah.
show.
The defense was bad too, though. They had a lot of just open looks, and it might have been the rotation wise. Maybe it's because it's like defensive end, but a lot of that is on Anthony Davis at the rim. Maybe it is time we do roll out that second big man. Sometimes it don't got to be 20 minutes, but maybe it's like 5-10 minutes.
Are you calling for Mo?
Either Mo or Trish. See what happens.
No.
Nah,
That's
you
where we
know,
draw the line. There's
Nah,
no
I-
Tristan
Come on,
Thompson
KB.
PT.
I'll call
Okay,
him. I'm calling for Mo.
Okay.
I'll call him. For
Even
Mo.
that is still kind of suspect,
I
but
was
that's
surprised
better
y'all
than
even
Tristan.
signed
But I'm
Tristan
saying that because
Thompson.
Personally, I'll give Gobert most overrated. That's someone I think most overrated. I feel like he does basic center shit. Like, alright, so typically I build a team. That's not all you gotta do. Not all I need you to do. Preference. I prefer my point guard to play make. I want my point guard to rack up assists. They can score, they can rebound, they can do everything else. That's a bonus. But I need my teammate, my point guard, to get my team involved. That's number one. I think everybody should have a point guard that gets your team involved. The two guard, I'm gonna need them to be like kind of not the primary scorer, but I need him to be able to score. I need him to be able to drive, finish in the lane, shoot the ball at good, shoot the ball good. I mean, obviously defense for everybody, of course. But my true guard, I prefer. I want shooting the ball, scoring, everything, whatnot. I mean, I'm okay with him facilitating and passing too, because like I said, team sport. I don't need 50 points from every player. I rather win as a team than win individually. Um, my three guard, my three. See, I like the three in basketball because I feel like three is the most versatile position. I seen maybe because LeBron played the three, Giannis started out as a three, KD was the three. I mean, KD probably not the best option. Ben Simmons was a three at a point, I believe. Um, Kawhi the three. I feel like if three can guard 1 through 5 or have the highest chance of guarding 1 through 5, even if in the middle. So yeah, but I mean, like I want my three to be able to defend, obviously. My three should be able to drive, shoot, score. I need my three pretty much should be able to do everything. I feel like the 1, 2, and 5 are the most easiest positions to explain. I'm not trying to stereotype, but that's for my preference. This is how I would want my team to be built, kind of. I could see it kind of, cause I could do a my league and stream it. Might do that one day. I don't know when. I'm gonna do it probably like this weekend on this week. Some shit. I don't know. And then fourth the four need them to. I want like I said I want all my players to be able to score. And then on top of it, I want my floor to have a good midi. I prefer to stretch the floor. I like playing basketball with spaces. I'm not saying this like I don't know. Yeah, I just like spacing. Yes, defense, intensity, scoring, but the basic stuff. Center, I prefer my center to get at least 10 plus rebounds a game. I think that's bare minimum. I prefer my whole starting lineup to get at least 10 points. I mean, not gonna happen every game, but 10. That's a double double for the center every game. No excuses in my opinion. I'm not saying they have to. I'm just saying like I feel like that's the bare minimum. Shaq was talking about it. Um, one day he was like, did Gobert had like 12 and 9 a game or some shit like that, and they were like, every center out there right now, I want you to know, his shot deep voice. That's the bare minimum. That can get you like a $250,000 contract or $200,000. That can get you a lot of money in the NBA. Where he was getting that, and I think centers should be able to do three things. They need to be able to rebound. I need you to not be the best scorer on the court, but score. I mean, most of the centers are like 6'11", taller, 7 foot, 7'1", 7'2", whatever. But a basket, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you don't got that much people that can block you, let alone like get to where the ball is when you shoot the ball. I'm gonna need you to put that, and you like damn near at the basket when you lift your hand up. So I'm gonna need you to, put that shit in, like lay, dunk it, whatever you gotta do. I need you to get me at least 10 of them, or 5 of them, because 2 points, 5 baskets, something simple. And I need you to rim protect. Cause I honestly, I feel like all centers should be able to do them three things. That's just me. Stretch the floor, even better. If you can play make, even But I just feel like centers should be able to rim protect. That's what I want out of my centers: rim protecting, rebounding, and can get me 10 points.
Russell do.
He's supposed to be scoring the ball, but he's not doing that.
Would you rather have him or Mike Conley?
Mike Conley, 100%.
Okay. That's enough Lakers talk. We should more shine a light on the Grizzlies because they did it.
Yeah.
It felt like there was almost no way, but as we learning every single day that any game you can win without Ja Morant, it's like, man, that was a knife in the heart for us fans because I feel like the series has potential to be very, very fun, very, very good. And to not have Ja Morant sucked, but then you remember last year they were 22 and something without Ja Morant, and this year they were good without him.
I got a new slogan.
Okay.
I'm biased with Tyus.
Mm.
It's just what it is. The guy just can't do anything wrong.
8 assists, 1 turnover. 8 to 1 assist to turnover ratio.
When
Pretty normal night.
When it comes to the basketball game, he can't do much wrong. he had to have been a bad kid growing up. He has to not cook. He has to be a bad lover because he don't do nothing wrong on a basketball court. So some area in life he just has to not be good at. It has to be. He has to be a slow learner or something.
Like, he can't be perfect at everything.
Right. But this dude is
Nah,
this dude
he
is
get
the
it
guy.
done. His averages was crazy when Ja was dealing with his stuff and he was out.
I just think he's a great game manager for them. He just kind of just plays at his own pace, and he's gonna just do all the right things. I love that. It's like a different atmosphere than what you're gonna get from Ja.
In game 1, I forget who was calling.
Not
the
get
game.
it. Y'all did score
But
like
they were
22 in a
on
row
there and it was like,
yesterday, but this is
he
his
made
Saturday.
the
I didn't-
best read maker in the NBA.
I didn't get to watch it on
Meaning he's not
Sunday.
like the best passer or whatever. But when it comes to going down the court and making he never makes the wrong read. It may not always turn into a basket, but he always finds a way to make the right read. And it may have been Van Gundy who said that, Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best backup PG in the game, so it's the reason why he's getting paid the way he is.
How y'all feel about Dylan Brooks and LeBron? Old.
I like it. I like that LeBron came to the podium yesterday. It was like, I ain't here to talk about no bullshit. It's gonna be a good game tomorrow, and tune into that. I like that part because it seems like LeBron's like locked in. He's not here to talk about Dylan Brooks and none of
Do
that.
you feel like he's locked in based on the first 2 games? First game,
Bro, the second game he
first
was
game
not
I'm
locked
cool
in.
with because Austin Reeves and
Second
Rui
game, he
Hachimura
was
doing
not
their
locked
thing.
in.
Him and AD almost had like 10 blocks combined though.
It feels like I think he ended up with 28 and 11. Like it was a crazy stat line, but
He
again,
was-
I was
the
streaming during the
watching
game, and it
it's
was like I think it was running down the clock for the third, and I think he had like Xavier Tillman on him, and he's coming down court. First of all, it's 6 seconds on the clock. He's walking down court. There's no urgency and nothing. Instead of getting a full head of steam and maybe getting a chance at a 3-point play, he takes a crazy step back 3 that damn near airball.
Yeah, he definitely settles.
It's
a lot
just
more
like-
now.
well, it makes sense.
It makes
He's-
sense though.
you
Yeah,
know,
like
We can't ask him to be 2011 Bron and
Oh, for
2023.
he can still bully them little boys though.
He could,
Like, it's not hard.
but it's for him. It's a long road to get to the finals
It
again. He
is.
probably thinking like, man, this game 2 without Ja. Hopefully somebody else can pick it up just a
D'Angelo
little
Russell
bit
said,
for me.
Nope.
No, thank you.
D-Lo with the hotline.
But no,
bling,
getting back
dog.
to the Dylan Brooks stuff, I've been very adamant about not being a Dylan Brooks fan. He's just do too much.
Me either.
But I like some of the
All
stuff
my-
he's
all
talking
my
about.
homies
right now.
hate
When he
Dylan
says
Brooks.
He's old.
He's old. He said it would be. I wonder what it would have been like guarding him in 2011. Like
Yeah.
that's funny as hell to me.
Yeah, he said, "I don't respect you till you give me 40."
Right. where should the bar be as supposed to be an all defensive player? Where's the bar? I don't respect you until you
30.
give me 30. That's why I was 40 seemed like a lot. But then again, it's 2023 and 40s happen like
yeah, I
that.
feel like 30s happen very often. So like 30 is kind of like a normal
just
game.
talking. Cause
Or maybe
30
LeBron
is like
has
a
given
normal
him
game for, like,
39
Shea.
before, and he's like, maybe I shouldn't say
that's
that.
what I was gonna say. Like he's just talking because if I give you 39, don't tell me you don't respect me because I ain't give you 40.
Yeah, and especially if it's on like great efficiency, like a Kawhi Leonard type 39, where he just not missing.
If
So-
I give you 39 on 6 or 21, I'm still talking shit.
Let
Me too.
Let me live at the free throw line.
I told one of the greatest games was Kevin Martin. No field goals, 20 points
All them free
for
throws
all free throws.
against the Orlando Magic.
That's ridiculous.
Jamal Murray had 50.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I dropped 30. I'm talking my shit, man. I be wanting to talk shit. I be really wanting to talk shit, and I look back, cause in the most of the leagues I played, I probably say I was usually a starter. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I usually was a starter. Only time I get benched is like I was injured one time. I tried to play through the injury. Coach wouldn't let me play. Doctor said I could play, but coach wouldn't let me play. But I mean, I wasn't playing the most top of the line either. Now let's not get it twisted, but no, I think most of the time I was like one of the best players on my team. I was always goofing around, joking in practice, always a starter. And I didn't talk shit. I should have talked shit. I do regret that. I certainly regret that. I'm not gonna lie. I'd also, I would like to I would like to talk shit. I would like to play again. To get in shape to play again, but I just don't be having time. I be either be stream, go to the gym, or go to work, or do schoolwork. It's like none I never get the in between option. So
You won with no free throws.
Yeah. And he missed like 4 shots the whole
then
game.
it be too late
You know
sometimes
what? He's
too.
looking not fat because he put up 50 that night.
He's
But
looking damn back though, ain't he?
in this in this playoff so far, he's been really, really
Game
good,
two.
bro.
Y'all want to just switch to that series?
Sure.
Or do y'all want to stay on this?
Who tonight?
What are the games tonight? Is that the Lakers?
Lakers.
Oh,
Lakers Grizzlies.
I'll go Lakers. I think they're gonna win that first game back
Is,
in LA.
is Ja playing? I think he's still questionable.
Questionable. I haven't
If
got
he
that.
playing Lakers, if he's not Grizzlies.
I don't know why you got to look this way. We got Lakers tonight.
Okay.
I can't even.
I respect
I
that.
can't even imagine Ja playing with a fucked up right hand. That is a shooting hand, and like people gonna swing at it and hit. He's just like one hit away from me. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like this.
That's some shit you could do on the defensive side, like
Yeah.
swiping at the ball yourself, forgetting.
Yeah. So that's gonna be real tough. But we can switch to the Denver series.
Talk to me, D Mills.
Jamal
Wait,
Murray.
wait. Because it's the playoffs, do we not get Mills Mans of the Week anymore? Was that a regular season
Oh
award?
no. I had one, but I forgot who it was.
Oh,
I
that's
ain't gonna
fine.
lie to you.
That's fine. I'm sure it might pop up once we get to the series. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
But this Denver Nuggets series has been.
I think gonna be in the Cat and Knicks series.
Because
I didn't even know why you had expectations for this series.
just because
I told people right off rip in my video, the Denver Nuggets playoff don't start to the second round. These are just warm up games, and that's what they feel like.
I had high
About-
expectations for Cat, man. I thought Cat was gonna come out here and really hoop. I liked the way he played in the play-in. He was putting his head down, getting to the basket. He looked aggressive sometimes. Now it's just like, I don't know. Cat just isn't in that upper echelon of centers that I would love him to be in.
But he's
And
not a center.
It's not center anymore.
power
There.
forward.
It is hard to ask him to go out there and defend
I keep
on the
calling
perimeter,
him a
though.
center.
Sure, yeah, Michael Porter Jr. is giving him the work.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. is not.
Michael
gonna
Porter
pass the
Jr.
ball.
hasn't been missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another question.
When-
That's
when-
another story to
Yeah,
tell.
once MPJ touched that ball, it's going up.
I like the narrative, or just like I feel like there was a look question with Denver Nuggets. Obviously, they're number 1 seed, but there's especially with like the Lakers. They're like Lakers can knock them out. Like there was a little iffiness. I felt like with Denver, and they're doing what they're doing, and they're cutting all that off. Like they're one of the teams that's dominating, about to sweep their series.
Yeah,
I
they've
love-
been the most dominant team in the playoff right now.
Mhm.
And they make adjustments on the fly real quick. First game 2, Jamal Murray go off for 40 something. They're playing drop. Jamal Murray's just in so much space, just operating with getting all his mid range jump shots. Next game, they try to hedge. He's now going by him, and they make so many fast adjustments with him and Jokic in those pick and rolls that it's just amazing.
And I think it's also important too with how just like injuries going and how like physical these series have been going. Jokic has just been coasting, really.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't even really had to get into his bag. Like he had a light triple double.
Yeah,
A
you're
little
not- you haven't
twitty
seen
piece.
Super
Little-
Saiyan
little
Jokic
light
yet.
one.
He's definitely letting MPJ and Jamal Murray get their shit off, which is
Shit, they had Jeff
makes
Green
sense.
going crazy.
Yeah.
So
Jeff Green is, man.
still
Yeah.
got it. I don't know. I don't
Did
know
he?
how he still got in them legs.
The MVP last night for me was Christian Brown. I think he ended up with 8 points in the fourth quarter, and he was everywhere defensively.
Mhm.
Shout
If it wasn't for Anthony Edwards, though, man,
yeah,
at least
Anthony
he's
Edwards
giving
is
us a show.
trying.
Yeah, he's
He is
giving us a
the
show.
playoff performance.
that second game, they did come back. They
Yep,
beat that
they made
comeback.
it. They made a little run.
Which made me sit up in my bed when I was laying down. But as a new term that I've coined, a lot of this shit has been melatonin.
Yeah.
These games are melatonin for me.
Mhm.
We have to get entertainment. I'm watching a
Wait,
lot of
say that
games.
one more
We
time.
have to get entertainment.
We gotta get
I
entertainment.
I thought I
You ever
heard
take-
an
you
extra
take
syllable.
melatonin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes I'm watching these games, especially the Denver and Nuggets, because they're always the late game.
Mhm.
That
You're
whole
not watching.
Celtics series do it to me too.
Melatonin too. Midday melatonin. You
Because that's the
watch it,
first game. I damn near might fall asleep at halftime.
And yeah, you watching just because you're ready for the next game, but you wake up.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Damn. Philadelphia playing.
It just feels
Good
like no
talk.
stakes because you know what the. I mean, they might lose this game, but you know they gonna win the series. So
But
it's,
even if there is stakes,
Shout out to the Hawks,
exciting.
though.
Yeah, the Hawks, did win.
won.
And that, you know, that came down to the common saying that I say, man, role players play better at home.
yeah.
They
Shit,
got
I'm
home.
hoping. Shit, my team is going home. I'm hoping them role players play
Hey.
better.
No more Lakers shit, bro.
I'm talking about role players.
Buddy kicked them off his own
Even Trae
team.
Young play better. Even Trae
We-
Young plays
See,
significantly
I
better.
hope that apply to us. So we.
We gave y'all
What's the
7 minutes
normal
on the top of the show,
time?
man. We good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it for the Denver Nuggets series. All right, cool.
Melatonin.
I feel that though. Like yesterday,
I'm tired right now from talking about that shit.
yesterday Hawks versus Celtics was the first game of the day, and of course, I put it on because it's the first game of basketball. But as soon as the next game, when Knicks Cavs started,
Facts.
the other game got put on the small monitor with no sound, and we focused on New York, busting the Cavs' ass.
Mhm.
I thought that Hawks game was relatively interesting.
Yeah, once it got down the stretch, we turned the sound back on. You know what I'm
because
saying?
at halftime the Hawks were up like 12, and then the Celtics came in and immediately erased that lead. And I thought it was about to go into what P was saying, melatonin. It was going to be blown out because they did that in game 1 or game 2 where they came out, had a good first half. They looked
Game one.
excited.
Slow down.
then-
Yep.
Boom, they get punched in the mouth, and it's like they don't have no answer for it. This time they got punched, and they stayed in there, and they kept jabbing back, and they ended up winning the game. And
I haven't
love
seen
that.
Bogdanovich have a game like that with the Hawks in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been good, but that was like what I thought he would be.
And in
doing.
game 1 and game 2, it seemed like there was like no rim protection. They did a much better job at that. Onyeka's still like very small at the rim, so like he's not really a rim protector, but they do still run him out there at the 5 a lot. So
Mhm.
it's very interesting to see how that works out because he's definitely not going to be like the Draymond Green type mode that they would love him to be.
Yeah, game 3 was just rough for the Celtics. It looked like
Yeah,
and
can
they
make shit.
missed a lot of shit. Even the Jason Tatum to Veer, like to end it to maybe
But
tie
they,
it up.
at the same time, they made a lot of threes. That was in the first half. Grant Williams couldn't miss.
Mhm.
Malcolm Brogdon.
Was
I mean,
But the Hawks,
I
they
believe it's okay,
but the
that
Hawks
crazy?
did what they needed to do down the stretch. Is like, because I think Celtics, you have to give them a lot of credit. I think they got one of the best teams in terms of like they could focus in on
Yeah.
one player and just make it hell from the whole game. But Trey Young,
And DeJounte played very well too.
yeah, Trey Young and DeJounte, they closed it out. Like they every time the Celtics would score, have a tough bucket, Hawks were right back with it. Trey Young floater, step
Trae
back
Young's
3,
still
DeJounte
shooting
Murray
shitty from
bucket.
3, though.
What happened?
He's still shooting shitty from
he
3.
shoots so far.
Yeah, and it's
He
like,
takes a lot of them too.
Yeah.
He takes a lot of them.
oh, one thing about him, he's still gonna shoot him.
As Trey Young, what are y'all feeling about Trey Young these days?
I think he's one of them. He needs a lot around him.
I think it's a down year for him, obviously, especially from the efficiency standpoint. But I still feel like he still has like the skill set to still be like a top 3, top 4 PG in the league. This year he probably wasn't playing to that level. So
What do you
he-
mean by that?
Like certain guys have definitely shown that they're more impactful, like Jalen Brunson's. Drew
When you say a top
Holiday's.
3, top 4 point guard, is that from a statistical standpoint, or do you think that you can build a team around him that can be ultra
Statistical
successful?
mostly, because when you look at him in the playoffs, he's obviously like a zero on the opposite side of the ball. There's like, the Celtics are just picking him apart. Every action Trey Young is going to be involved in and attacked on a consistent basis. So I feel like when you have a guy like that and he's giving up so many points, no matter how many points he puts up or creates, you're still going to be at a disadvantage. So it's going to be very hard to build like a competent championship team around him.
I'm giving it one more year before I have like some dire opinions. Mostly because, like D Mills was saying, it's going to be definitely rough to win a championship with Trae Young as your PG just because of the defensive side of the ball. I remember early in his career, people were saying like, "Oh, well, the Warriors built a team around Steph Curry. Steph Curry is miles ahead of Trae Young on the defensive side of the ball. He's bigger, he's more engaged, he's just
Definitely.
smarter on the
Profile
side,
shit is
defensive
total.
side. So I don't see that it's a lot of the same, but I do want to see him with a better defensive infrastructure, like their wing stopper who they paid $90 million to, DeAndre Hunter. I guess nobody can guard Jason Tatum, but like Jason Tatum making him seem like the third string small forward defensively,
Oh,
and
for
that is
sure.
their defensive stopper. So like I would love to see him, with some better defenders, but like that's the perfect scenario.
I
How
think
many
third
times in your
option
career
would
can
be
you say
good.
that
He'd be
you're on
comfy.
the perfect scenario team, and Trae Young feels like a player that might need the perfect scenario team to win. I know he got the conference finals appearance, but we talking ultimately win the championship, and that's a bit rough.
Is the perfect scenario team him being the face of that team?
I think it can be. To me, I was gonna say
And what percentage of the pie?
percentage of the
I
pie.
do believe that his usage rate is still too crazy for what he does. Like I know it's not in the top one. He's not up there with Giannis or Luka anymore because of DeJounte Murray came to the town. But like I just hate, I know we always talk about this on this podcast. I hate the players that when the ball is not in their hands, they're just not much of a threat. And earlier they started, since Quinn Snyder got there, they started to move Trae Young a little bit as a screen man for DeJounte and do a little bit more, but it's not happening frequently enough. And that's why I'm saying I want one more year, because maybe Quinn Snyder can bring a little bit more out of him instead of just sitting at the hash when I don't got the ball. And when I do get it, just chuck the fucking 40-foot three. But I ain't turned off completely as Trae Young as the guy, but it's just been a little bit tougher to convince myself this year opposed to like 2 years ago or even last year where he led the league in points and assists.
Yeah, because I mean, to answer your question, 2P,
When you say you think he could, I
'cause
mean, like,
he-
what's the percentage of you think he could?
like he could take you over to win a championship.
You feel like that's a 30% thing, a 60% thing? You-
Like a
you s-
10%.
Okay.
10% thing, because I think it goes to the point where KB was saying, and I'm thinking it too, is just like he needs a perfect team. Like he needs damn near all NBA defenders around him. But for his like benefit of the doubt, offensively he's really good. You know, I think he needs like to answer your point, like what he kind of needs or whatever is just like he's gonna need another all-star level type player. Is it DeJounte? I don't know. I think he needs more of like that wing who can also just do DeJounte can do everything, but it's a little limited because of his size. I think
Let me ask you this.
DeJounte like 6'4".
Let's take Trae Young
Right.
and the Atlanta Hawks, and let's take the Brooklyn Nets,
Bro, that's exactly what I was thinking.
and let's take whatever the fuck they have that's so voluptuous as far as picks, and give they ass, I don't know, whatever. But Trae Young is a point guard for the
I like
Nets.
that. You know, I really thought that damn near kind of once they had the trade with Kevin Durant, because you've seen the defense that Brooklyn had and all the tools that they had. It's just like, man, even watching them now, they look pretty damn good. They just don't have enough. And Spencer Dinwiddie, he's trying to do his best as he can, but it's hard because it's Spencer Dinwiddie. Like he can end up with 18 points.
That sounds so disrespectful.
It's dead ass. He's not
He's just not
up
the
there.
guy.
Yeah, he's
That's
not
right.
really up there. Like have a lot on his plate. He's have like 20 points and 8 assists.
How
but,
good is that team though?
But it's like 5 for 18 because it's just like it's so much pressure on Spencer Dinwiddie.
if it's Trae Young,
Mm-hmm.
Mikal Bridges,
Right.
Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, or Ben Simmons.
I just
Also, Claxton's gone.
And then- no,
Claxton
Oh.
there.
Oh, my bad.
What? He ain't catch the joke.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
I think they're cool. I don't look at that team and be like, yep, this is the one.
I mean,
But
shit,
I
the way
do think they're-
Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson.
For sure.
Mikal Bridges look like all-star level, and Cam Johnson,
But
he's
does
taking
he
another.
still be that with Trae Young?
Does he still be that with Trey? I
think he
See,
could
I
be.
think
think he
will.
can too. He's already kind of been in that mold
Oh,
with
no.
Devin Booker, but the way he even scores now, it's not even like he's just a ball
do
hawk.
like
Like,
it.
it's not like he's
With
ball dominant.
This Mikal Bridges is not comparable to the one with Devin Booker. That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
He jumped to like 10 points per game
Balls in his hand
But
a
he,
lot
it,
more.
it's, I'm so,
off
I-
the dribble.
He don't gotta be the
came
he. I don't know what he's at in
here-
the playoffs, but
I
a
came in
lot.
here and told myself that I was going to give an apology to Mikal Bridges. I also want to give a shout out to my boy Gilbert. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Gilbert.
Happy birthday, Gil.
happy birthday,
Um,
Gil.
Yeah, I wanted to come in here and say that to Mikal because watching the Suns and the Clippers, which we'll get to, and seeing Kevin Durant stand in the corner at certain times, and now seeing Mikal in Brooklyn, it was hard to judge him as an offensive player. But one of the best things about Brooklyn and for Brooklyn, besides the fact that they fucking lost Game 3 somehow, some way, which
I know
pissed me
why.
off.
And nobody talking about that. I know why they lost.
But give him another year. You know, if he don't got the ball, he's standing at the hash. That fucks up flow. So that's why I'm
can see
saying,
it.
how good are
It-
they with him having these defenders and shit that you think is so ideal?
His averages in the playoffs, Mikal Bridges, is 25.7,
Damn.
5 and 4.
That's-
46%
46% from field, 42 from 3,
And
88 from.
yes.
from
Yeah, I was, bro. We was in the Discord.
And they play in like an hour again. For some reason, the NBA keep giving us these Saturday noon games.
we was in the Discord. And I think
I hate that, bro. They be spamming them bitches. They be spamming them. If I don't be wanting to stream when the game's on.
started laughing
Yeah.
because I was watching the game, and I think D Mills asked me like, "What's so funny?" It's just because Mikal Bridges was just playing. You know how players take around like those play around shots, whatever, like after they get fouled. He made a good ass move and took a play around shot, took like a high ass floater, and it just went. I'm like, this nigga
Yeah, I
is
saw that.
crazy. This nigga is crazy.
He
Like,
just
where
be
did
out
all
there
this
having
come
fun now.
from?
He's just having fun now.
Yeah.
The game is just so fluid and so easy for him. It's amazing to see, and he's not afraid to get. I do. They play zone. Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I don't.
Well, I think that
It's-
they are
it's-
pigeonholed by their personnel. Where like Clax is a very great defensive center, but he is also limited, especially if you're going
I think this is
against
the
Joel.
first playoff series
gotta be
we've
down
seen
like
where
30,
both
40
teams
pounds.
Yeah.
are like utilizing zone a lot. Like I've never seen that. In
It
an
frustrated
NBA game.
it. It frustrated me when the 76ers did it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this. If the 76ers want to win a championship, they can't be zoning the Nets.
Yeah.
What are the
Right.
Nets doing to you?
I think something, and like for the Nets too, I think it's just like also it's to kind of save some legs too, because
Yeah.
the rotation.
You said
gets
the
so
Nets.
yeah.
Their season might be over in 3 hours. They ain't got no
Legitimate.
reason
Well,
to save no
The
legs.
season was over.
I'm talking about over the
But
course of
Joel
a
Embiid-
game.
Joel
I'm talking about
Embiid is
over the
not
course
playing,
of a
so-
48-minute
I
game.
know. I feel what you mean.
How do y'all feel about the Sixers based off this series alone? Do they look like
No.
a
Especially-
scary contender?
No.
James Harden. Well, he was having his. It looks like he was having his best game. Game
And then
3.
you want to punch somebody in the dick.
I don't really agree with that ejection. I didn't think that was like that. It looked a little bit
The
unintentional.
refereeing in that game was very questionable.
Yeah, I think Joel Embiid should have been ejected.
Joel
Yeah.
Embiid shit was crazy.
Yeah,
But
Joel
they
Embiid
probably
literally
thought, hey,
kicked him.
it's 3 minutes into the game. We cannot afford to let Joel Embiid get ejected. But I mean, you kick somebody. I mean, he didn't. I think people were saying like, oh, he didn't actually hit him where he tried. So there's no excuse. If we saw Draymond
Yeah.
get suspended for what he did, or get ejected then suspended for what he did, I think Joel Embiid deserved the same thing.
Facts.
Nicholas Claxton did some stupid shit, which is step over him. But it's about accelerating the next thing. Same thing. Like whether Domantas Sabonis grabbed the leg or not. If he grabbed the leg, that still don't warrant him getting his sternum stepped on. And the same thing. If he stepped over Joel Embiid, that don't mean that he should get kicked in the dick for it.
An NBA player should know this is. A
Nah, they
long-term
do
thing
be
that
doing
is
some
told
out-of-pocket
to
shit.
Basketball players, and I've never.
I
played
thought
against a player
Embiid would get
that has been
ejected.
told to me
Actually,
what normally happens.
oh,
or gets the attention is the
suspended.
reaction.
And
The
fuck,
refs, the
somebody
crowd,
else.
they don't see when dude gave you the dirty elbow, but they're gonna see when you
Dylan
chase him
Brooks
down and
too.
slap him upside his head. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
When once like Joel Embiid even kicked his leg up, the announcer was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Like it felt like a WWE match again.
Yeah, the whole game.
Shout out to PJ Tucker.
You know why they lost that game?
Is it?
Because of Claxton.
Oh, 'cause
They
him-
needed
'cause
him.
got
They
ejected?
needed him.
He just did too much.
Oh,
Why you say nobody said? When it happened, I literally said that was the most
Oh, for real?
Dumbest
idiotic,
thing, yeah.
stupidest ejection
It was
I've ever
so
seen.
avoidable, bro.
Yeah,
and
it
it's just
was.
like
So-
and it's
But what
a,
blew my mind is you finally did something. You got a dunk. You had what do you have the game before? Zero? Two?
Zero.
I don't think he scored.
Come on, man. And then you got the nerve to be doing even a step over. Listen, NBA players, Anwar, if you can, zoom in on me while I'm talking, please. I want the angle to look right at me in my face. What camera am I looking at? Is this one?
The
No,
one
it's
right here.
This one? Yo, when Iverson stepped over Tyronn Lue, it was just in the moment and he just did what was just going on. All you lame ass motherfuckers who go out y'all way to step over a person, it's lame. And even to this day, when Iverson talk about it, he say, "Man, Tyronn Lue, my man, it wasn't even like that. Just in the moment, I just stepped over him. It wasn't nothing." These dudes today, they make the smallest play and somebody fall, and they go. A motherfucker will fall right there.
Right.
Nah, that's
I
crazy.
just realized nigga got one shoe on. I thought he had a boot on.
You know who you sounded like during that?
Dude.
You sounded like Joe Button.
Budden?
You sounded just like in the inflection in the voice. But no, you right though. It's
shit
so
lame.
extra,
Yeah.
especially
I do
when
watch
you
a lot of shows.
you down in the series.
both of his
It's
both
shit-
of his
and
texts
it's
were
why-
avoidable.
Very avoidable, bro.
And I'm all about the
you know why
competitive
he was
nature,
so
bro.
amped up about that? Joel Embiid, the previous play, had like shoved him on the ground, and the next play he dunked on him.
They've
So
been going
he
at
was-
it for a minute
so he was
though.
probably
Yeah,
just
no,
like-
it's
This shit, that a couple months ago they had it where remember he got that block on Joel Embiid? It was a real nice block or whatever, and they started talking shit like they've been having beef for a little bit now.
and it's good. That's
No,
good
I
for
agree.
ball, but like
it was just a
the
dumb moment.
super
or a
extra
dumb
thing is
thing
like,
to do.
bro,
Yeah.
you lose this game, you're like no team has ever come back 3-0. And we know y'all chances of winning the series is like
Right.
2%.
So just extend it.
Just extend the series so Derek can owe me my fucking money. But no, Claxton want to go out there and be extra, get ejected, and look at the crowd and start clapping and stuff. Bro, y'all about to lose now.
That's true.
They have no answer with you off the. Well, actually, they
actually
small
what
ball
he been-
lineups been
and
cool,
I
but
don't
like,
even-
And they
Remember-
was right there, bro.
Right.
Yes.
Tyrese Maxey saved Philadelphia,
Yes,
bro.
yes,
and
He
PJ Tucker.
saved you
PJ
from
Tucker
Owen
too.
KD some
PJ
chocolate
Tucker
Yo,
late in
balls.
that game
listen.
had like 2 or 3 offensive rebounds.
I know y'all Philly fans
Bro.
gonna be mad at me. I wanted y'all to lose that game. I want y'all to
Tyrese
lose
Maxey
today.
came and saved the
I
day.
want y'all to lose, Philly. And I like the But y'all are crazy, man.
Hey, that low management day got you on OT today.
They are crazy.
I swear, Bobo Pio came back on BT.
Joel
Bad
Embiid,
timing.
They celebrating shit. Y'all just played bad to the Nets, nigga. Y'all zoning the Nets.
Bro, Cam Johnson be fucking
Y'all
them
about to
up,
play the
bro.
Celtics. If y'all struggling with the Nets, what the fuck is finna go on against Boston?
Yeah, I think Derek initially asked, like, how do y'all feel about Philly? Based on this series, I don't feel very good. And they're up 3-0, which is crazy. I mean, it's only 2 teams up 3-0, but
But
I've
that
not
3-0
felt good.
isn't convincing. Those games have been close. They look like they might lose some games. And it's like, if you have to play zone against the Nets, what are you going to do against Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Like, that's
Yeah.
And then if you're struggling to score against the fucking Nets zone,
No, yeah,
if
it's
the Celtics have better
Yeah.
personnel,
Robert Williams,
Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, like Derek
Brogdon,
White.
Derek White.
You got nothing but a defensive juggernaut you about to go against, and you finna tell me they don't see what they doing and be like, oh, we can play zone against them and beat their ass up a little bit.
And you know what Tatum gonna tell Embiid?
What? Bring your ass out here.
No. Yo, he might say that too. He gonna say, hey, I saw you against Brooklyn. You can run down there and fuck one. But we gonna walk down there and fuck them all. But yeah, I like Philly. I like the process. I thought they was gonna
Trust
come
the
in here and handle
process,
business. And what
man.
did I tell y'all? What have I been saying for about 90 days now as we prepare for the playoffs?
Trust the
Joel
process.
Embiid has missed a game in every playoffs except the time they got swept in the bubble against the Celtics. He's guaranteed to miss some time.
And that's the scary part.
He's guaranteed. That is crazy.
Because they can beat the Nets tonight without Joel Embiid.
They won't.
But if hopefully
They
not.
won't.
So Derek owe me my money. But
It's a White Sox city.
still some money.
They won't.
We
Damn,
but we
I'm
going
a
off
Kenny
opening day
beat some
prices, not current
laws.
prices, right? Because current prices you can get in the dough at $1.
you got a cash app, and he gonna buy the ticket himself, right?
Yeah, for sure. But no, if Joel Embiid is dealing with this knee sprain, this is not some shit. All right, tomorrow I'm feeling good. Like
That shit probably swolled up right now. He probably got
They're gonna have to-
medication for it. They're probably wrapped up.
go into Boston and try to they're gonna have to go into Boston with Joel Embiid is gonna have an injury that might be lingering. Harden played his best game in the series in Game 3 before his ejection, but he hasn't looked good either. Like Maxey has saved them. You mentioned PJ Tucker in Game 3 with his offensive rebound, his hustle and stuff, something they desperately needed.
Yes.
But they just haven't looked convincing. And
Well-
now you tack on a Joel Embiid potential injury that might be nagging him.
Yeah, and the James Harden thing is I'm
But
not.
they got Montrezl here.
B-ball Paul got
What he
it.
gonna-
This game today
For
is
real,
very
though.
interesting because
But he gonna have to back up him.
Oh, true.
one thing Joel brought was the immediate double team, so that alleviated so much pressure off of Maxey. He was getting so many open corner threes and open corner wing shots, and he was able to attack the closeouts. So it's gonna be a little tougher now because now you're literally gonna have Mikal Bridges on you the whole game without someone who's gonna be warranted a double team.
And part of
So
the
it's gonna be a little different.
part of the reason I'm concerned about Philly is that James Harden. It looks like he's gonna have his best games when he can also get to the rim. Obviously, he wants his shot to fall, but I'm not confident in any of that going further.
He hasn't done it at all.
That's why
the
I
Game
don't-
3 is a little bit, but
Game 3 is like he was doing James Harden
look,
type
the
things.
numbers are Game 1. He got to the rim 5 times in the first half. Missed every single one of those, except for one. And then in the second half of Game 1, he didn't even attempt to get to the rim at all. All of his shots in the second half were 3-point shots. And in Game 2, it was the same as that. In Game 3, we saw it a little bit, but then again, he gets ejected, so like the sample size is super low. And we're going against again the Brooklyn Nets, who have been an okay defense. You about to go into a series against the Celtics, who are one of the few teams that was top 5 in defense. And they got Derek White, who's about to make all defensive team. That's gonna be a tough matchup. Marcus Smart is still decent, really good defensively. That's going to be a tough matchup. 6-man to your Malcolm Brogdon ain't no slouch on defense. And then you're also going to get some Jaylen Brown. And you also occasionally might get some Tatum.
Grant Williams.
And it's just
Grant Williams
like,
might not play.
and even with Trae Young, and it's just like, damn, they really locked into him. Because even on that pick and roll, Robert Williams and Al Horford, they do they shit on that pick and roll defense.
Robert Williams coming off that bench, just sending shit to the third row.
Yeah, if you ask me right now who's winning, who's getting to the conference finals, I'm
It's the
saying the Boston
Celtics.
Celtics.
Yeah.
Easily.
And I'm not thinking about it.
I don't know if they're gonna win tonight because I don't know how much faith I could put into James Harden.
This is a Harden show me moment, which is crazy because he's a fucking Hall of Famer, former MVP.
Is that
But-
fair?
I think it is fair.
because
Yeah.
we no longer are asking of him to be this. It's always going to be with Joel Embiid or somebody else. Well, I'll take that back because the rumors is he can go back to Houston. I guess he would be out there.
Back to
And
it.
that's
He's gonna be
also
back
just
to
on
being
his
Some of
that,
that air.
like he just doesn't do that in the playoffs. You know, he doesn't have that many like crazy playoff memories. So I think this would be a good one, even as it's against the Nets, but for him to have a big closeout game, I think it would do him justice.
Yeah, because it also give them extra time because we just saw Boston lose a game to Atlanta. That series might hit 6. At the minimum, it's going 5. So you get a little extra rest for Joel potentially. Go ahead and do your thing, James. Go win this game.
Or
and,
Tyrese Maxey, I guess.
just win the game. Just win the
Tyrese
game and get that
Maxey,
rest.
bro. Tyrese Maxey saved the
He's
game,
ridiculous,
bro.
bro.
Literally had like
But
they
he-
last.
That boy
eight
But
Max
I agree
do
with
be
Derek.
going
He saved
crazy
the
come
game
playoff
because they
time.
have to double
I
team
witnessed
Joel.
it firsthand.
Now they don't have to play zone.
I
Now they
seen
just
him
just
do it to
man.
my Heat last year.
And
Yeah,
you,
whole
the,
different
Shit
the
was
small
wicked.
ball lineup has
Shit was
given the Celtics,
wicked.
I mean, the
Shit was
76ers some trouble on the offensive
Right,
side.
that's
You
what
can
made
go
it.
small full time now.
That's what made them zone them too.
Yeah.
When they went small because they was like, oh shit.
Yeah, Royce O'Neal been in there mucking shit up.
I couldn't believe he had some possession. Yo,
The primary ball handler
what
type
made
shit.
me want to see them lose is Joel Embiid flopping on Royce
Oh,
O'Neal.
bro, he was flopping the whole game. He was literally just on the
Royce
ground.
O'Neal.
Yeah, he was just on the ground that whole game.
That's
bro.
like KB guarding you and you falling.
Yeah,
Cause you trying to back him down and you.
I love it. It was a play where like Royce ran into him on a pick, and then Joel just fell, and Royce just sit there and laugh at him. And I'm just like, why do the refs give Joel the benefit of the doubt of that whistle?
They
If
give
you
him a
keep
lot
blowing
of
the
not even
whistle-
to the whistle, the whole fucking
Bro,
suspension shit.
If you
or
keep
not the
blowing the
suspension, but
whistle, guess
ejection
what?
shit.
Joel's gonna keep doing it.
I thought there was a point in time in the NBA where they was gonna get on guys and fine them for doing silly flopping
They
shit.
did it for a month.
And I think they need to get back to that, or they need to start giving motherfuckers text. It's embarrassing and it's hard to watch, and you just look silly. You're not a good basketball player for flopping that much. If you want to sell a call, I understand the game. Sell a call, but flopping like a bitch, whole different subject. And as a grown ass man, I can't watch it. And what makes me upset is y'all flop, y'all cry, y'all whine. The NBA is at all time high with bitching. And I'm not calling anybody out of their name to disrespect anybody because they all, grown ass men. That's not what I'm about. But when you're complaining excessively for shit to go your way, we always call that bitching.
Yeah.
And when you watch an NBA game, you're going to see a whole lot of bitching. You're going to see bitching during the call, before the call, after the call. The guy is at the free throw line shooting his second free throw line. It's
And
still
timeouts.
yapping, bitching. During the timeout, at the end of the half, at the end of the game, they're walking up to the ref. Yo, shut the fuck up. You know what also pisses me off?
Oh, the review. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate that.
Why the fuck am I reviewing that play?
The foul in second quarter, the first
Bro,
foul.
Doc Rivers had a questionable challenge. I was like, why did he challenge the play late in the game with like 30 seconds left? And I was like, why did you challenge that? They're
Oh,
gonna-
yeah.
They're gonna literally
Hey,
gonna
they
call
looked
a
at the
foul.
monitor for 3 seconds, and it was like,
I was like-
especially then when he's back at the free throw line.
And then I was like, now he has no
Wow.
timeouts. What if he ends up needing that timeout? You just challenged that for no reason.
Motherfucker throw you the ball, it slip to your hand, go out of bounds. Motherfucker be like,
From my Google search, quick little Google search, the last NBA player to get fined for flopping happened in last year's playoffs, and it was Marcus Smart.
And that's a
Makes sense.
damn. We see flopping every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a $5,000 fine, which to somebody like Marcus Smart is making
It's
20
nothing.
plus $20 million. $5,000 ain't really on nothing.
and Joel Embiid, you should stop flopping anyway because look
He's
at
always
you.
hurt.
Yeah, like
Just
what
stay
are
off
you
the
doing?
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Let's go. We're back. And we're back to finish this off, man. We're back. Let's go finish this
Bro,
off.
he is too big to fall
Grabbing
around the
your
much
back
he do.
and shit, man. Like, come on, bro. Nobody want to see that. Stop flopping. It ain't worth you missing a game in any series. Flopping. But
The Knicks.
playoffs are here. Shout out to our sponsor, So Rare. They'll have weekly competitions and NBA playoff tournaments running all postseason. You can win all sorts
W
of
promo,
prizes
W
and
promo.
experiences worth over $100,000.
Cash money.
Check them out now at
Cash money.
SoRare.com/NBA. Get it? So when I wasn't here, y'all did a point guard draft.
We
Favorite
did our
point
favorite
guard.
point guard.
Favorite.
So now we're
favorite.
gonna do a favorite center.
Oh, we also got to rewind real quick. We had a favorite point guard draft. Can you tell me?
Who, did you watch that episode?
No.
Who do you think
Absolutely
Derek
not.
drafted in his favorite
I
point
don't
guard
watch shit that I'm not a part of. I'm just joking. My stomach was hurt.
Favorite
bad.
point guard draft. Who do you think he drafted?
He was able to get Damian Lillard.
He didn't
He
draft
didn't draft
Dame,
Damian Lillard.
undrafted.
You suck all that ass juice and don't pick him.
Undrafted Damian Lillard.
Derrick Rose.
There goes his first pick, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
He always has an oddball. So Jason Kidd, a motherfucker he never watched.
Jason Kidd did get drafted by him.
That's
Oh my
hilarious.
fucking gosh!
Yep.
Tell me one thing about Jay. I know you too well. I know you so well.
he just found out that Jason Kidd was a brother like 2 years ago.
right.
What team he goes to the finals with?
The Dallas Mavericks.
No. Yes, but
He did,
more.
but it was
no.
also another team.
That's the team he won with.
Oh, the Nets.
Yes.
But you heard
It
the
was a
guess?
question
You
mark.
heard
It was
the
a question
guess?
mark at
Yeah.
the end of that.
Tell me all the teams he played for.
Oh.
No, seriously, that ain't no. This ain't like I'm asking for Jason Capono. This is Jason Kidd. Tell me all the teams he played for.
The Nets, the Knicks, the Mavericks. That's all I can remember. Mo.
The Suns.
Oh, the
Suns.
Suns.
How many times did he play for the Mavericks? 3 or 4.
Oh, there was that many times?
How many times did he play for the Mavericks?
Once.
No, he played for them twice.
That wasn't a trick
Oh,
question.
bro.
I mean, it was, but
It
it
was,
wasn't.
but-
He went 2 above.
He got drafted to the Nets at what pick?
I don't know.
Because he didn't get drafted to the Nets. Where did he get drafted to?
Rookie of the
Suns.
year or no?
No.
Okay. Today we
think
doing
he got
what
that to
again?
the Mavericks.
You need your ass whooped.
21.
Jason Kidd was drafted to the Mavericks. Him, Jim Jackson,
Pick
Jerome
out a
Ashburn.
Hmm.
He was traded to Phoenix for
Steve Nash.
There you
bada
go.
boom, bada bam.
And the rookie of the year thing,
Him and blank were co-rookie of the years.
that's why it's important.
Oh,
Cause
Grant Hill.
Yep. There you go.
You
in
be
your bag.
knowing.
You in your
You
bag.
be knowing.
You in your bag.
That's why we be frustrated, because you know if you just take your time. And then he led the Nets to how many championships?
None. They haven't won any.
He went to the finals. He just
Oh,
won.
talking about that.
That's the
talking
right
about
answer.
that.
No,
How many
it's-
times did he get to the finals?
Oh, three.
And an all-time weak Eastern Conference, I will not let it pass them. It was 2 times.
Derrick Rose didn't get there once with that weak ass Eastern Conference.
It was LeBron. LeBron was in
Right,
East.
but the rest of the East was weak.
LeBron. I don't care who the hell was there.
I don't like that
LeBron
narrative.
is the
No,
East.
don't
I like the
move
Celtics.
Goalpost for Jason Kidd.
LeBron is who? Show me who he went against.
The Detroit Pistons.
Oh, that's
Can we move on to favorite son?
okay. Who got first pick last time?
Give it to
I
the big
I
homie.
got
Give it to
first
big
pick.
homie.
I got first pick because I was gone.
Oh, that makes sense.
Wait, you can't miss a game and get all the shots down.
Give it to big homie. Sid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna pee on
Big-
a
big
bad
okay.
time.
Wait. I didn't think your third. Who was your third point guard?
I actually don't even remember.
I knew you was gonna have Derrick Rose. I knew you was gonna have somebody random that I never heard you talk about was Jason Kidd.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't
either.
remember either.
So it had to be super random.
Did he pick Rondo?
He picked
I picked
Rondo.
Rondo. I picked
Oh,
Rondo.
you picked
You picked
Rondo.
Rondo.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Mm.
But
Was it Nate Robinson?
No.
No,
No.
I can't remember at
Okay,
all.
it's not
No,
important.
Darren Williams.
It was
Oh,
Darren
Darren
Williams.
Williams, I can see.
It
I can
was
see.
Darren Williams. Yep. It was Darren.
That
Williams.
boy threw him like
It was Darren Williams.
Name the teams he played for.
Nets.
Oh,
Utah,
Easy. Utah.
Brooklyn, and the Cavs.
Yeah.
I don't remember the fourth team in there. Those are the
No,
only 3 teams.
you got
I-
it.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out if there's a 4th team.
Oh, favorite centers: Joakim Noah, number 1.
That's a good pick. That would have been my first round pick too.
It's all time.
I would have gone to
No,
White.
He just picked Joakim Noah, but it's
Oh,
not all
I
time.
don't know.
I would have gone
'Cause
Shaq. Actually.
I was thinking of
Shaq.
a player that ain't really did shit, but you know.
Favorite center. My favorite center, Tyson Chandler.
Mm. I don't even know where to go without joke. I'll go Marc Gasol.
Hey.
Andrew Bynum.
That's a Mike pick. You back to back though. I gotta look at some team standings, so I feel like
Give me Dikembe Mutombo.
okay.
Ooh.
All right. Hopefully Dikembe's doing well. Favorite centers. Shit. I don't want to spend too much time, so I would take Nazi Muhammad
For the push?
for the push alone.
W. Cho.
Build that man a statue.
Of him
I would have
pushing
gone to
LeBron.
White.
Push LeBron.
Shaq
He
and
ain't got no
Dwight.
other memorable moment, Mike. That's the one.
They should just have it so
And
it's
one of
like,
them I
it's a
pick him,
fake
but
LeBron,
I would've
like
gone
a
Shaq and
generic
Dwight.
person he
Just a
pushing, but
bald
you,
dude with
everybody
a-
know though.
Yeah.
Everybody know.
Well, I would have
Give
gone
him a
Shaq.
headband. Everybody know who it is. It's like you don't have the rights to
Right.
LeBron, so you got the fake one.
But I wasn't able to see like prime Shaq, but I still go back and watch.
Who am I? I feel like
I
I'm
feel
forgetting
like
him.
I forget too in the early 2000s. I don't want to spend too much time on this either. So give me.
I know my next pick.
Who
If
is it?
he's on the board, I'm not saying because he might not
Give
be
me
on
Kevin
the board.
Garnett when he moved to center.
Oh, I know who I'm picking for real then now.
Amari Stoudemire.
Okay,
That's a good one.
you
I
get back to
can't
back though.
fit power
Tim
forward.
Duncan.
Damn, since he went, I was thinking Tim Duncan too.
Crazy.
Trying to think of
Could have gone quick for Bosch.
There's somebody I'm blanking on.
Yeah,
You can go with the current one.
yeah.
I didn't want to.
Could go AD, Jokic, and B,
Um,
Cousins.
Skip me, KB.
I'm gonna go D12 with Dwight Howard.
That's a very good
Would have been got the white. I would have
Yeah.
been got the white, boy.
one. Yeah, wow.
Shout out to the late April snow, Mike.
Give me Kevon Looney.
Give me Al Jefferson.
There we go.
I was
That's a
low
good
key
pick.
gonna take Al Jefferson.
That's a good pick. That's a very good pick.
There we go.
Favorite center draft completed, man.
Now what we talking about?
Knicks Cavs.
Ah,
Knicks Cavs, man. Cavs went into game one, stole that, but we talked about that last
Knicks.
episode. Yep, Knicks went into Cavs, stole game one, and now they go home. Crowd is jumping, and they absolutely dominate the Cavs again. I
They
can't
up
say again.
3-1,
First two
man.
games were close on both ways, but like
3-1, man.
absolute domination. Where
Mhm.
I'm disappointed in the Cavs because I feel like the people that I penciled in to have good performances, none of them have. Like game 2, Darius Garland was disgusting. Game 3, it was disgusting, but in a different way.
oh my gosh.
It was 0 for 8 to start off from 3.
Back to the draft. Kevin Garnett move. DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh,
That is, yep, that is one of your.
I'm
shout out to
sad.
Boog. Shout out to Boog.
I know. I understand exactly what you say. It looks like the Knicks. They just look like they're a little bit more ready for the moment. You know, even though like Josh Hart has been such a big impact, I feel like he's been kind of like one of the definitive like ties has been for the Knicks. Is just like constant. You know, coming at you. We're going at the glass. We're making sure we're in your face on defense, and it just looks like the Cavs aren't. You know, they're trying to fight back. It looks like, you know, Darius Garland's trying to get involved. I think Donovan Mitchell can really get his shit off at any time. I think he's really trying to get somebody else going. And because game 2, he was that man.
He had he had 17
Like,
points, 13 assists. in
He
game
made
2.
the shit look easy. It was like, okay, this is the Cavs that I'm expecting. Obviously, you want the role players to be better, but Donovan Mitchell going to be the best player on the court. I think he really needs somebody else to just step up with him.
Does he? Because I mean, they won game 2 with him being that guy. So
They
I don't
gonna
know.
need, I mean,
I don't
even
know
if
why he would switch it up.
even if they get up to just first of all, they got to get past this series, but they gonna need DG regardless. You
well,
know?
no, Darius
they're
Garland
gonna
was the
need-
man in this game 2.
Yeah, game 2 was him being 32 and something. That was a big, heavily passing game for Donovan. I think when we did our preview, we talked about the Knicks having the one advantage, but even we underestimated how much that depth advantage really matters. Where like the Cavs and JB Bickerstaff are trying to figure it out, and in game 2 they figured out, oh, Karis LeVert can be cool sometimes. Then they inserted him into the starting lineup, and then now he's in the starting lineup. He had that one stretch in the third quarter where
Yeah,
he
we
was
get,
getting
like,
the
3
buckets.
threes in a row or so.
No,
but-
I love when they run their offense. Though.
Bro,
Exactly,
yes.
right? But
Bro,
that's,
that's
they
good.
just don't have. And then the Knicks feel like, okay, Jalen's on the bench now. You know, Hart is in, and we can. And we got an RJ Barry game 2, which was
yeah,
like
RJ Barry.
huge in game
That's
3.
crazy that his games are the plus for the Knicks. Like they definitely could win with him having like a subpar game.
Update.
I'm listening.
Doc Rivers says it may take some time for the 76ers star to get back on the court. Might miss more games.
Wow, that's fucked up.
This is the time to miss the games, though, if we being honest.
I mean, you at this point you kind of want to lose tonight, then, don't you?
Didn't something happen last year?
No, I'm joking.
No,
you still got this.
yeah, you get that.
I
data
thought about
rest.
it. I was like, what the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, in that Raptor series, didn't Joel get hurt, and that's why they ended up going 6 games when they were up 3-0?
Yo,
Oh, wow. This might be just like a
same shit.
replication of that.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
in this series, it's kind of crazy to see the Cavs struggle offensively the way they are. The Knicks are really doing a good job of disrupting their offense. And it was just like yesterday, it was just like they had 60 points going into the fourth quarter. Some teams put that up in the first half.
I think they're the first team this
Like-
season to not score 80 points.
Like, that is crazy that the Knicks defense is that good to where they're able to hold Donovan, a backcourt of Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell to 60 points in an entire game. And I mean, by going into the fourth quarter.
And Darius tweaked his ankle, so maybe that's
On the
something
camera.
we got to
But
monitor
that's my point. How did he tweak his ankle?
on
He
the
was-
camera, man.
He was running down there. We walk.
He was crazy.
You know what? Think about this Knicks game too. You know how there's just like those moves. You'd be like, damn, that shit is just beautiful. Brunson fade away from like a couple
Yeah.
feet out. That shit is just money.
Yeah, Brunson is playing like the best guard in the series.
Yeah.
That mid range from a couple feet out, that shit is money.
Talk about it. Don't stop. I'm ad-libbing you.
I'm just daydreaming about it right now.
Oh, you crazy.
Yeah, no. When he
I
gets
have to
into,
add that to my game. And, you know, I got that in my game.
you know,
I
I
just
was
have to
watching
do
the
it more.
NBA playoffs, and I was like, that dude really do play like Mike. The way he hobble around and he fat, shoot threes.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Eric Gordon. Oh, fat. and
We
cheeks,
around the same age.
Hobbling around, just shooting threes all the time. He might make a couple.
Don't slip. Eric Gordon catch you off guard though.
Well, hell yeah.
I took it. You remember I had in my parlay to hit 4 threes, and I took it out, and he hit.
See,
4 threes.
bro, I had a parlay where I had him taking 4-3.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Bro, other shit didn't hit though. You know what? I took his over, which is at like 12.5 plus the 4 threes. He ended
Yeah.
with 12 with 4 threes.
Damn.
But no, yeah, this niggas game was incredible. I was so happy to watch it. It's nothing better as a fan to beat somebody's ass. Don't really give a fuck about Cleveland at all. And the entire city, the state of Ohio. Don't really care.
Damn. They showed us some good
That's
hospitality
where
a couple
my
years
guy
ago.
Smalls at. And
that's-
ball like I'm Kobe.
I'll show them love when the
Oh.
series is done.
Oh.
As of right now in the series, don't give a fuck about them.
That's what, they was screaming F New York, chanting it
Exactly.
during the game.
So don't give a fuck about them.
How do y'all feel about the D Rose stuff?
And getting put in the game.
I feel like Van Gundy should shut the fuck up.
I didn't hear that part. What
Van
said.
Gundy was so the fans were screaming, "We want Rose, we want Rose," and then Thibodeau gave him the "Come on, let's do it." And Van
I
Gundy was
think
like,
some coach went up to him and asked him, did he want to go in first?
See, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because I was like, that's at first I was like, that's disrespectful. Cause
what
it's
Van
just like,
Gundy said was Evan Fournier and
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose have to let Tom Thibodeau know that they're available for these garbage time minutes because you don't want to have Emmanuel quickly in the game in the last couple minutes because you don't want to have him have some freak accident. And then Mark Jackson, right?
Yes.
Mark Jackson was like, well, he's got so much respect, and I'm sure that if he wanted to play, he will. Basically, you know, if Tom Thibodeau said get off the bench, he'll be ready to do it. But Tom Thibodeau don't think it's the time. And then the fans chanted. They asked D Rose if he want to go in. He went in and got a
that's
standing
the
ovation.
only
But
time
no,
I would be
no,
like,
no,
it's
no.
cool.
That's what Mark Jackson was saying.
Mhm.
Derrick Rose has earned the right to have the option. Van Gundy was trying to say, "What? You pay millions of dollars to play basketball. If I tell you to get in, I shouldn't have to
No,
ask you to
I'm
put you
with,
in."
with Mark Jackson, bro. That because first of all, I've been thinking about this even before prior to this moment. It's just like, because we was talking about like, damn, D Rose ain't played since what day? Like
January 1st,
he ain't
second
got
game.
no run or nothing like that. Like D Rose
Did
at
you, see
least
when did you watch enough of the game to see what he got in?
no, because I was in the Discord.
He looked like he had no VC, not an arm sleeve, not a
I'm about to
ready.
go back.
His ass was
Because-
prepared to not play. He had on shoes and socks, bro.
That's hilarious. Because
I've never seen Derrick Rose like that since
Yeah,
probably
no.
his rookie year, where he just had not one accessory, bro.
in my head, I'm thinking like, if they put him in at any time, like,
I damn near think he ain't have all his tattoos.
because you want to see him, but it's just like, damn, it feels disrespectful to just put D Rose in for some garbage time, especially when he ain't played at all.
You know what?
Yeah.
Why I said,
But if it-
Van Gundy got to shut up is because you don't have to do that. Miles McBride can easily play for quickly.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Facts.
Like, we have bodies. I don't know why Thibodeau must have somebody out
Bro,
there.
I didn't even
at all
realize that he
times.
didn't have nothing
I'm about
on,
to go
bro.
look, bro.
What the heck? Bro, he real life was just out. That's crazy.
I should have tweeted that. I don't think I've seen anybody mention it, but yeah, he had nothing. He
Nothing,
was
bro.
naked.
This looks weird. I didn't even notice it in real time, bro.
He looked like he
Here,
made his.
just watch it. You can just
He
watch
looked
the
like he
video.
made his map player and forgot to equip the set.
He's just not ready to hoop.
You know how you make that new guy and you forget to put the shit
It
on?
looked like he woke up Sunday morning and it's just like they was like, we need you, come run. He's like, bet.
He tried to get some buckets though.
He threw that
definitely-
loud to Obi Toppin,
He got
too.
that moment. But no, overall the Knicks have been hella impressive. This was the one series that we knew was gonna happen for like months, basically.
Mhm.
And a lot of people had either Cavs in 7 or Knicks in 7. Like everybody knew it was going to be a long and close series, and that's what it's turning out to be. And it's been a fun one. It's been a defensive battle. I do believe that Tom Thibodeau is out coaching JB Bickerstaff right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I mean, you worry about the depth. Obviously, we're there now. Like Ice is not getting any minutes. He played 2 minutes here. He's dealing with some injuries, and now he's coming off the bench, and he missed
He
3
played
shots. And
garbage
it's like,
minutes, too.
yeah, it's like
Mention the
man.
Cavs put up 8 points yesterday.
Yeah.
8 or 9
But I
points
mean,
yesterday.
that's what they're going to do, though, kind of. I mean, is Rubio going to give you 15?
Nope.
Is
I
Dean Wade
was
giving
surprised he
you-
even got any PT in Game 3 because he didn't get
Yeah,
none in
their
Game
bench
2
is
when they
10.
won.
Jetty Osman played 16 minutes and gave him a steal and 2 rebounds.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if Karras is now starting. You definitely ain't getting much from that bench.
Yep.
Yeah. And Karras thought that was his team yesterday.
My gosh. Donovan Mitchell open. That
And
what
Karras-
Karras said.
No.
You know what I'm expecting to happen. Let's say if the Cavs lose the series again, it's a lot to be played. I'm expecting Evan Mobley to come with 20 extra pounds of muscle
Oh, yeah.
because he's getting thrown around.
For sure.
And
He does have some moments where I'm like,
no, he definitely giving you those moments. But like for the most part,
I'm like,
when
"Damn, he don't."
it's him and Randall on the block, I kind of know where that ball is going. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting him to just put on some more muscle.
I need RJ Barrett to go for us for the rest of the playoffs and for our future going forward because I
Mhm.
think when RJ Barrett isn't making shots and you don't have to pay attention to him,
You can get that trade value up for the offseason.
Bro,
you,
if the Cavs,
you are
if,
easier to guard because
if
you
the
have him and
Knicks
Mitchell
bust,
Robinson.
like if they continue to do how they've been playing in this series and they beat the Cavs, they got to be kind of looking at Milwaukee. Obviously, that's a whole different thing, but they're like, we can beat them too. Like we have all the tools.
Let's take
We
care
got
of
all
what
the
we got in front
tools.
of
Yeah,
us.
they only up 2-1 right now.
Let's beat the Cavs.
You thinking
Let's
about
John
beat
Mobley
the-
suspended.
Let's beat the Cavs.
Yeah.
I mean, they just got the
Sodas in
personnel,
5.
honestly.
Let's talk about Milwaukee really quick. Giannis missed game 2.
Suspended.
Fucking
Come on.
dominated the Miami
Yeah.
Heat like it was nothing.
Well, I'm gonna break some news here. Javon called me and told me Giannis ain't playing the rest of the series.
No, he.
I'm joking.
Oh, I was gonna say, damn, that's
I don't think
breaking news.
Giannis
Dun,
ain't
dun,
got
dun.
that in him to miss no series like that.
That's a Paul George lame ass did. Hey, got an announcement. Game 3, I'm back. Did y'all see that?
No.
On his
No.
podcast, they say I'm just playing. I say, bro.
Oh, he petty,
I'm like,
bro.
why
There are
would you do that?
Clippers fans that really care. You
Mhm.
can't be like, JK. I'm still fucked up.
Yeah, they already said that he's going to miss this first round.
Yeah. So do y'all have anything about Miami versus Milwaukee?
Is Tyler Hero a bigger loss?
To be honest.
Because golly,
Yeah. That's just tough. That game was close and then it just got ugly.
they spanked their ass.
It went to a 30-point lead so fast. It was crazy.
Can I tell you I didn't watch a single second of that game because I didn't expect anything other than the Bucks dominated.
That's what we doing.
I think I had it on my laptop and it was close and it just boom.
It was one of
once
those
it got to
games-
once it got to 20, I was like,
It was one of those games that if it was close in the fourth, I'd tune in then. But like, I don't have a lot of hope for the Heat, even though Game 1 was such a go. I think that these games where like the stars are immediate. Like when the Ja left the game, it's a lot harder mentally for the other players to accept the fact
Prepare.
that Ja's not there.
Yeah, you don't
But
really
now
prepare
we
for
got
it.
2 days in between to prepare for playing without Giannis instead of it happening like that, or games or days to prepare to play without John instead of it happening like that. It's a lot easier for them to adjust.
I was
And that's
laying on
what we
my
saw.
floor. It was about time for the game to come on. I remember the circumstances. I looked over. I said, Dana, you want to watch a movie? And we watched the movie, so I didn't see.
10 out of 10 movie.
what movie was
It
that?
was a good movie. It was a movie with Tom Hanks. Madonna was in it. Girls playing baseball. I forget what it-
Oh, I know what movie. I don't remember the name of it either, but I know exactly what movie you're talking about.
the race scene.
Yeah.
scene, what were they? The Rockford Peaches.
You gonna make me look it up just for clarity, because I like to know the names of
A
shit.
league of their own.
A league of their own.
League
There
of
you
Their
go.
Own.
A League of
Shout out
Their
to League.
Own.
Apparently, the entire world has seen it besides me.
It's
I
been
ain't
a
even
long
heard of it.
time. Yeah,
It's
it's
a
been
good
a long
movie
time.
though.
But no, it was just funny because I seen Small after they won game one. Smalls, who's a fan of the show, he's good. He's a real big Heat fan. He was like, "Man, bro, we going to the finals after they beat game one. After game two, he was like, we not doing shit."
You left the big part out
What?
where
Are, are you serious, my brother? Are you serious, my brother?
he said in your chat, 10 gifted if Bam don't drop 30.
Oh yeah, he
Tweaking.
bro,
Just
he
giving away
made a
money.
bet. He said, "Mike, 30 tonight for Bam." Everybody in the chat first of all like he tweaking. He's like, "Nah,
tweaked
10
out.
gifted on it."
Wow.
Shoot
I'm pretty
out.
sure we have another. I think he got another bet too for game three. I think he said
So what were you
25.
giving him?
He just keep blowing the number.
I think he said 25 for Bam.
Same thing. No, I think he's gonna gift in his chat.
Oh,
Yeah. Let's talk about the Clippers, because I think the thumbnail of this video is
25
the
for
Clippers. So
Bam.
we an hour into it and we just start
All I wanna
starting to talk about it.
shout out to Russ and Norman Powell.
Game 3, Bam had 12.
Yeah, they played good, but this is unfortunate.
Beautifully executed by Miami.
That team, man, that team is gonna be one of the biggest what else we've ever seen.
For
They
real.
literally they gave us so much for Paul George. They got Kawhi Leonard. They supposed to be this team that's supposed to be taking over LA. They don't even live up to that. They just completely have been underperforming for what they, and it's mainly health. Nothing has to do with talent.
Yeah,
What
I was
they
gonna say,
have
the sad
achieved.
part
It's
is they-
health.
I was gonna correct you. They have not underperformed at all. Tyronn Lue got this team hooping, man.
Yeah.
They are hooping. This is one of my favorite teams to watch all playoffs because I know that they're going to come and fight and give some type of performance
Yeah.
and effort to compete and not just roll over for the Suns. Every time I feel like the Suns got the Clippers where they want, the Clippers find a way to answer back.
Mhm.
Oh, about underperforming, I was more so speaking on like their overall goal was to win a championship. Like throughout those years,
Yeah.
throughout the years of them having Kawhi and PG.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I remember, like we talk about all the time, when they first got together, they damn near guaranteed themselves a championship.
Yeah.
It was Pat Bev and Lou Will Montrez like, yeah, you don't come on this side now, don't come on. Now the motherfuckers don't even play for them no more.
Yeah. But that game was exciting. Russ and Norman Powell doing anything. I think Norman Powell had 42. Russ had 30. They gained the hoop. They definitely didn't roll over and lay down, and I
Yeah.
love that from a team.
You can just tell though, and it's the obvious shit too. It's just like Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. You can't match them with the talent that the Clippers have.
Evan Booker was just doing whatever the hell he wanted.
He's
on
been the
court.
best player in the
My,
series.
my guy Jose even always asked for a shout out on the pod. He was telling me because we was watching this game on stream. He said if Kevin Durant and Devin Booker are hitting them type shots in the late in game, you might as well put the kids to bed because the shit is over with.
Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid for the Suns, even with
I
them.
am too. Even with that, it seems like they still don't look like.
It's a math game
Yeah.
where they don't hit threes, they don't shoot threes. Most of the other teams they go against are gonna be shooting threes.
Mm-hmm.
So Kevin Durant can go 10 for 10 from the mid-range jump shot, but if you're giving up 7 threes on the other end, it's like
It don't
none
even
of that
seem like
matters.
even from that though. It don't even seem like he gets that many shots where he can get over to like you got 40 something because it's like he's taking like around 10 to 15 shots. Chris Paul took more shots than him the other day, and Chris Paul was open, but it's just like he don't hunt for shots as much as you would think he would.
Yeah, I'm disappointed that Kawhi won't be hooping for the foreseeable future, just because the games that we did see him, he was
Man,
otherworldly.
Like it looked like a series where the Clippers could literally come out and win if Kawhi keep playing at that level.
Yeah,
But
man. It's
without
sucks.
him, it's like the Suns are gonna win, but it's like
Need Kawhi to stay healthy, man.
I look at them
Hate to
differently
see
the
it.
same way I look at Philly differently too. The fact that
And
Kawhi
B don't stay healthy.
single-handedly put pressure on them boys, and that they was playing the way that they are. I mean, I know the Clippers are good and they deep, but the Suns haven't been really convincing.
yeah, no, they haven't.
Torrey Craig is like a factor.
They have got 0 out of their bench. Who played the other day? Damian Lee in Game
He
3
made some shots.
I want to say
was the
the
only
bench
production they got so
outscored
far.
them by 20 or something. About to say something
It's
like
going
that.
to.
Something like that.
especially
The
with no
bench outscored them
campaign.
by 20. Because Bones Highland had like What do you have? 20
himself.
20
Yeah,
his damn
20
self.
Yeah, he
That's-
was going
that-
at Chris Paul like,
That's
like
who my tweet was about. I made a tweet like, man, I must be getting old because I don't really find satisfaction in the players who can't do anything if they're not scoring. And everybody was talking about Jordan Poole and Norman Powell. These are guys who are
He
averaging
one of them
20
players.
points.
He one of the players too.
But they average. But at least some niggas they get buckets.
Yeah.
Bones Highland, he's cool and I like him, which is why I didn't put his name on the tweet.
Right.
But I mean, he don't get buckets like them. He's an 11 point per game guy. Them dudes getting bags because they have shown they get buckets. So I mean, but yeah, Kawhi being out is tough, man. Kawhi being out is tough.
I made
Paul
a
George
tweet
being out is tough.
about like when that next news came out, asking like if this series ends with the Suns advancing, is it the end of the Kawhi and Paul George era?
I think they
Because it's
can
been
blow it
4
up.
seasons. 3 of those seasons have been ended due to injury to one of the 2 of the guys. Or can have every one of their years been ended due to injury?
Yep.
No, when they
The
when
bubble
they blew
year,
that-
not
yeah,
right.
No.
So 3 out of the 4 years that they've played together has ended in an injury to one of the 2 guys that like we're excited about them playing and ready for them to play, and then it ends up not happening.
Paul George had to lead them by himself against
The Jazz.
and the Suns, like Kawhi
Yeah.
is doing.
Oh yeah.
Kawhi's doing out PG this year, and then the other 2 years, but they did just not make it right.
Mhm.
'Cause they
I
both-
think
both
for
were
them,
injured.
They blew a 3-1 lead to the Nuggets.
if they were,
healthy
because
when
I
they did
think
that.
it wouldn't be out the realm of possibility, especially
Damn.
just because it just seems.
Where you be at?
I didn't even hear what he said.
Just repeat
No.
it. Some.
He just
Oh.
repeated the bubble shit. we just talked about.
Yeah, if both players can't stay healthy, and that's what it just seems like, and it's just like the inevitable at this point, then obviously you got to entertain that like we're gonna move one of those players. I think they would. They already
Paul
came out with
George.
reports like they're more likely to move PG.
Kawhi feels like he'll end his career with the Clippers,
Yeah, so
being at home. But it's like people made some very good points because I was genuinely asking.
Paul
'cause I
George to
don't
the
even know,
Miami.
Like what the idea of the organization is, and they were saying, "Hey, the
Imagine
Clippers just bought this
Getting guarded by
place
Paul
where they're
George.
building a new
Switch
arena.
Jimmy
Imagine
Butler.
them being in the middle of
What?
a rebuild and they open the
What?
arena. It's like why the fuck would I go? You know, why would I go if we win in 20-something games? So
Yeah, realistically, I don't see Steve Ballmer blowing it.
he's always been a buyer
Yeah.
as long as he's been here. But like,
I think they're still going to buy on the potential of Kawhi and Paul George right now. This
Yeah.
duo is going to be together for at least probably the next year or 2.
Damn it.
'cause, I mean the pieces are there. You know, it's not like the
Think-
supporting cast.
if
Suck.
they
They
were
have a
healthy,
deep
would you
team.
pick them against the Suns?
Whatever.
Nope.
Healthy?
If they were completely healthy,
Hell
if
Yeah.
would you pick them against
I
the
would
Nuggets?
honestly.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Would
Yeah,
you
I
pick
would.
them against any of the 4 teams beneath this? So that's
Hell yeah.
so you would have them as the finals
They
in the
was my
finals.
finals team.
Yeah, if
Okay.
they had Kawhi and Paul George, yeah, they would be very convincing
But when the
favorites.
And that
Suns
sucks, bro,
trade-
because I feel like that's
When the Suns trade happened, though, I was like, oh shit, okay. But seeing Kawhi by himself have this series close, it goes back to me saying, okay, Paul George and Kawhi with this specific team and Tyronn
Like, bro,
Lue
and
coaching.
that's what makes it even more hard to watch. Cause like the what ifs is whatever. If you just like if Suns was busting their ass, but they be right there. You be like, man, they might have got theirs if they just had Kawhi or
They
PG.
fought without
That's
both
why
of
I'd
them.
always feel it. And it's not like they getting bounced in the first round either. This one might be different, but they got to the conference finals before, missing a star. And it's just like, man, if they just had him, that's what makes it the what if.
Oh man, I forget. I remember when I was in psych back in the day. There's a psychology word that is that like if it wasn't for this, then
This podcast. I was listening to this podcast. He's talking about game 3. He's like, man, Steph Curry, he did what he did. He controlled the whole game. And he was like, it's only a couple people in the league we talking about that could do that. He said, Steph Curry, LeBron. And then it's just like, and then it was a long ass pause. It was like 5-6 seconds. I thought that was only like my shit froze. So he's like, Luca. And I'm like, bro, LeBron
like-
was
he
immediate.
was reminiscing about Bron.
Yeah.
Man,
I'll tell you another thing.
What?
Warrior fans, I'm not gonna lie. I was happy Draymond got suspended.
I mean, I thought he just plain out should have been suspended because his ass is crazy,
He does
bro.
too much.
He's crazy.
And I believe, like I said in my video, since the Cavaliers series where he got suspended and they lost it 3-1, he has done the most because he felt like he had the NBA kind of by the balls. Like, oh, they ain't gonna do nothing because they owe me or whatever. No, Draymond, you can't do these things. Everything is an issue. If you watch the Warriors game, he talks on every call. I mean, he is just nonstop. He complain. He know every call what it should be. We talk about media with him. Draymond has a future in refereeing. He does.
Yeah.
He has a future refereeing. So I was happy he got suspended, and I was happy that the Warriors
Wow.
won without him.
I was too. That game was fun to watch without him.
With
Very
you.
fun game.
Not that the games are born with him. I love watching.
Yeah,
the
I
Warriors
love
with
Draymond's
him.
game.
You just
But,
got some other players like you
Kuminga
see
came in and
step
played
up.
real good.
Moody played
Moses
some
Moody
great
played
minutes.
amazing.
Kevin Looney did another
Oh my
4-point dominating
What do
game.
you? How many rebounds?
10
did he have?
offensive
20.
rebounds.
20
and
and
10 almost
Draymond, you know,
offensive.
Then he had
Draymond
like
said
seven-
that, bro.
nine
Again in this
assists, I think.
podcast, Draymond said that shit. He's like, I went up to everybody, and it's not just the role players. He said, I went up to Steph. This how many rebounds you need. He said, I went to the Jordan Poole.
This is what I'm
This is how many
saying.
rebounds
Why
you-
does Draymond?
But he
who
said
the fuck is
he said he went up to Kevin Looney. Said, I need 20 boards, and he did
For
it.
real?
Though.
Oh, that kind of makes sense because on the broadcast they were saying Kevin Looney got subbed out and he went to the scores table said, "Y'all better got me for 17 because I got 17
But
right
they
now."
say he do that all the time.
Oh, okay.
But no, Draymond said that he told Looney to get 20 boards. He did. And
Did any of them motherfuckers tell you not
9
to get
assists
suspended?
too.
That's
Huh?
crazy.
Kevin Looney is just like,
Looney looked amazing, man.
He's a warrior. We talk about them getting the center. Why?
yeah, he is the guy.
Yeah.
Any other experiment is stupid because he does that offensively and defensively.
I'm concerned
That's
about
true.
Draymond's
Screen
future
seven.
with the Warriors.
Because of Looney?
He's got to
Or
play.
just in general?
Why would it be about Looney?
They've been playing together their whole life.
I thought you were saying I saw this glimpse of Looney. I think they could just move on from him.
Oh, expand Looney's game to be the new Dre?
Yeah.
No. I mean, there's the report. I don't know how, the validity of it, but like that the younger players are upset
Except
with
their
the
minutes.
their minutes and stuff.
But realistically, I mean,
Oh my god, it be the same bloody commercial every time, lad. Every bloody time. Every bloody time, man. Give me no bloody other commercial, lad.
At breathofstressair.com.
And it's done. Oh,
yeah, they just all came out and had their first really good game together. So maybe now they'll get an uptick in minutes because maybe
The
Steve
leash
Kerr-
is so short because they want to win, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Right.
So
I think
you're
it's
just on
kind
a
of
bad
like
te- you're on the wrong team, not a bad team.
I think he's pushing the Warriors to kind of be like, bro, we done with you. He just like it never ends.
I think it would have been even worse if they lost that game.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if
'Cause
he
even-
got ejected and suspended and now they're down 3-0, it's like, oh, yeah.
But that's why I said it was a lose-lose for him because if they lost, it looks bad. But if they win without your ass, shit,
Like,
that don't help you either.
Even going to Sacramento act that damn ass.
Now what if they go to this game and they lose?
With him back on the
Yeah.
on the court.
I don't
That
see them
sounds-
losing.
And I'm
at
not
home
saying it's
right
going to be
now.
his
Yeah.
fault, but that's just the way the NBA works.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
No, you're right. But tonight I'm pretty sure they play, and I don't see them losing. That
I
energy in
could.
that arena. I
I-
think Draymond's the defense.
The, the Kings had a very bad game.
The
man.
Kings had the last two games. They won game 2, which is a surprise. They had the two worst shooting games of their season happen in game 2 and in game 3. I can't see that that's going to happen again. Not saying that they better shoot 50% from 3, but like they shot really, really bad for a team that has been good. I mean, we ain't even mentioning name Steph Curry. Really, he was incredible. I like for them that they saw when Keegan Murray was on the floor. Steph Curry was, what you say there?
Come here.
Come here. Come
Bring
here.
that ass here, boy.
And he was. I love when a star player recognizes a situation like if we lose this game, the series is over.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go out there and take 20 plus shots because my biggest criticism with the Kevins so far, with the Steph so far, is like they have not taken enough shots for you to be as good as you are, and he gave us that in game 3.
He did.
So shout out to, and we still ain't got a Clay game, which we feel like it's gonna have to happen. But I
Yeah.
do think the Kings can go in the chase and win this game. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, one of the biggest X factors for the Warriors is Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is giving this team a whole new life. That boy is out there creating his own shots. He's catching, shooting
That's
threes,
true.
playing good defense. He's rebounding the ball well. Wiggins is just doing everything for them.
Mhm.
So for me, I don't know. I feel like this
Green
is
have
gonna
been
be a 2-2
doing
series
very
coming
good.
out. And it's gonna be real interesting to see how this turns out in
Let's
Sacramento.
see. Boom.
But I feel like whoever wins tonight might win the series.
Ooh, even if it's 2-2?
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't say you
Whoever
wrong.
whoever win that game out on the road.
Yeah, no, the series ain't started yet. Technically, it started when the road team wins a game, and it ain't happen. So I don't know.
And the Warriors smacked their ass at home. I can't
Absolutely.
say the same. Sacramento ain't never and didn't smack the Warriors ass when they was
The
in
point
It
Sacramento.
don't
margin-
matter because
the-
they coming from behind anyway. So you can smack me all you want, but I'm still in the lead right now. So that smack wasn't really shit. 'Cause now if I can't win game 4, you're down
Now-
3-1.
Now what if they come out with that right hook? Game 4.
Guess
Now-
what they guess what they did?
What?
Tied the series.
What
They
y'all-
still got to win in Sacramento, which
Yeah.
they have not been able to do.
I'm still on that Draymond stuff because I like what you were saying, but it's just like he feels like he's such a big staple to the Warriors. But I think there's that constant question. I think it's kind of like we know it, but it's just like the Warrior, who needs who more? Like, do the Warriors need Draymond more? Obviously, because you can't replicate what he do for the
Not
Warriors.
at
You
all.
really just can't.
If they lose him, I think they're going to have to entertain the idea of Jordan Poole being used to go try to fill the void of Draymond and something.
Jordan Poole's been awful. He's been straight up awful.
It's gonna be hard because
He's a terrible watch.
You would not say that to that man's face.
I definitely wouldn't. But he has been awful. It's been hard. I would much rather see fucking Dante DiVincenzo soak up those minutes right now, because at least he's
Dante
giving
did
that
good.
effort
Yeah.
and not making bonehead plays on the like some of the stuff that Poole. I mean, I'm going back to game 2, I guess.
it's disrespectful to say a nigga make a bonehead play.
Bro, he threw a ball
D'Angelo Ball made a bone.
Bonehead plays.
Oh, you crazy? You crazy? That motherfucker on one today.
That vitamin D, I tell you.
Yeah, that vitamin D, man.
You know what I'm talking about, Mike?
No, he don't be in, he don't be in
I
tune.
know. I just started laughing because he was trying to crack.
Yeah, he don't be in tune with nothing.
Go on Twitter right now. Search for a
It serves what?
His name. We not giving that much time though. Poole might be due for a game because he's been bad through the
I
first.
thought
two.
it was coming in game 3.
Yeah.
I thought it was coming in game
Maybe
3.
it's Game 4.
He be trying.
He definitely try. He gonna get his shots up.
Oh, for sure.
Um,
One thing you gonna do is shoot it.
One thing you gonna do is shoot.
I need Kevin Herter to drop some threes,
You
man.
gotta do something, right? Keegan Murray's almost playing himself out of the rotation.
That's cool because
He's a rook, right? Yeah, you didn't expect him to be the best version of himself in his first playoff series with the defending champions. But he's been tough too. Definitely been tough.
The thing about Hurt is that he's being defended by Steph. Like they're literally they're not putting Steph on like the Fox, so they're literally trying to hide him on Kevin Herter. Smaller defender, but Steph is doing a good job.
The other things outside of the playoffs that happened, Mike Brown became the first unanimous coach of the year.
Good stuff, man.
First unanimous
That's
surprise.
going on that shit with clips where it be the simultaneous shit.
Oh yeah. First unanimous was surprising to me, considering we've been in the league for what 70 years,
Yeah.
76 years, and
And it's well deserved, man.
yeah, for sure.
How bad your franchise got to be that a nigga take you to the playoffs? He immediately won a unanimous MVP
I ain't
or
even to the
unanimous
playoffs,
rookie of the
but yeah,
year.
They were like the third seed.
They're thirsty. The next one is Nick Nurse got canned. No longer the coach over there, but he's
Then
the
he
number
told-
one guy.
And then he told Masai Ujiri, "Good luck with those guys."
Good luck with those guys.
That is
I
such
love
a crazy
Masai's
Honestly,
presser, bro.
Yeah.
He was as honest as you can be in a press conference. True, but he was as honest as be, and I felt a little jealous about it, bro. I watched Artunis Karnisovas' press conference, and it was a bunch of bullshit. But to see a front
pun
office guy, I didn't, it wasn't intended. To see a front office guy just tell you like, boom, this is what it is, this is what was said, and this is what we believe for the future, was as forward thinking as can be.
Yeah.
Even if you don't agree with the stuff he was saying.
The good luck with those guys shows me that there was some tension in that relationship.
For sure.
And that he definitely didn't believe in those guys, and they probably didn't believe in him.
Mhm.
So there was some sort of issue in that locker room. Obviously, it all didn't come out. They did a good job of keeping it under wraps, but
Is that a pun? Keeping it under
oh,
wraps?
wow, we're dropping puns.
Accidental.
Yeah.
Ime Udoka's, I guess, the head candidate for that job, so we'll see if he ends up getting it. Nick Nurse is now one of the candidates for the Houston Rockets job, which should be interesting to see Nick Nurse in a situation that's not like win now,
Yeah.
or maybe the Rockets are like, all right, our rebuild is over.
It's gonna be different. I feel like Nick Nurse is such a like an organizational type dude, and then the Rockets are just like not that.
And that's probably why they want him, right?
Yeah.
He also might play Jalen Green 47 minutes in a game.
Jalen Green said they going to the playoffs.
I like the optimism. But hey, Shea said the same thing beginning of the season. People laughed, so we'll see. I mean, they failed technically, but they've been playing. And the last one, as far as outside playoffs, is Malcolm Brogdon won Sixth Man of the Year, and then he showed up to Inside the NBA with a fucking black V-neck on, which I thought was hilarious. Like he had just got out of practice.
He was just like, I'm just here.
I'm just here, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna sit in the middle and just accept this award and be monotone with doing it. Shout out to him.
Mike Brown had a very good presser when he got won the award. He was just very energetic and happy and very enthusiastic about it. I don't remember any of the quotes, but
I don't remember anything he said, but I liked it. Coach of the year is not Mike Brown. It's like the coaching staff of the year, because obviously it goes deeper than MB. But
do they all get an award?
I would assume not. I think the only time everybody get an award is if it's a ring. We were at the Cubs game, and one of the vendors that was bringing hot dogs or drinks or whatever, he had his championship ring on. I thought that was hard.
Holy
Wow.
shit.
And I can't tell you if it's the real one or a replica one, but like when
No, I
you
think
win,
Jimmy
you
Butler
get
was playing
you
today.
get something.
Oh,
But yeah, you're right.
Damn.
Maybe he wears his rep.
Because that's something crazy to be wearing.
I wish you would
Yeah.
have told me.
Yeah,
You got it on there.
that's a good thing for the employees to get a ring.
I will sell that shit.
You know, Patrick Mahomes passed around that trophy at the parade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when
Run
he
off
threw
with
it,
that joint.
that was crazy that he did throw that.
I mean, he-
BR just had the Stanley Cup walking around New York.
Yeah, just on the floor.
Yeah, just on the floor in New York, and then people coming up kissing it, which is standard for the Stanley Cup. But like, I'm not fucking kissing that thing.
Yeah, especially after all those lips been on it.
I don't even kiss myself.
If I could, I would though.
Right.
Also, things that's on my mind that's pissing me off. The White Sox suck, and the Cubs are good.
It's so hard to be into baseball when the White Sox suck.
They're
I
awful,
have
bro.
my baseball account, and I know people be like, "Man, I love." When
I
you doing
deleted
What
mine.
game? What game is it? Like game 12, game 13?
Nah,
Oh.
22.
Baseball
Game
go by
22 because
fast.
I know it's every day.
But yeah, man,
the first
it's-
game of the season, y'all was hyped as hell though.
They,
And then
we
they got
was.
Baseball be
Man,
going
everybody
fast
on my
as
shit
shit.
be like, "Man, you got the player of the day." And shit going. I can't do it when the White Sox ain't winning, bro. It's
Yeah.
not the same.
And
hate to
I
say.
don't even need them to be World Series champions. Like,
Be competitive.
give us something. Have some type of every team in the
How they
league
lose last night?
a walk off. Fucking our closer, because shout out to Liam Hendricks.
He's
He
doing better.
beat cancer. He'll
Hey.
be back soon.
Shout out to D Mills for being on the game and playing MLB. He was like,
Yeah.
man, I'm real. The Sox ain't got no pitching over here. That's what the game will teach you.
Yeah, facts,
The game
facts.
will teach you that, D
Get
Mills.
you the names
Yeah.
and the stuff.
Who was I watched one game recently, like a couple days ago. We were playing a National League team.
We played against the Pirates recently in the National League. We played against
They was wearing red.
we played against the Phillies. We had a series
Boom,
against
the
the Phillies.
Phillies. Oh my gosh, Trey Turner, first home run of the year against us.
He was 0 for 7 or for 9 in the series, and then just smacked one in the first inning. Brandon Marsh hit one.
Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh got
We're
a
awful,
little
bro.
bad on him.
There's no way you should put up 8 runs and lose a game.
Yeah.
Your pitching staff can't hold them to 7.
He was in
bro.
a Discord just talking about there's no way the White Sox are about to lose this game.
And they gave
Then
up
he
2
came
home
back.
runs in the bottom of the ninth.
He literally
and
came back and
lost.
was like, the White Sox fucking lost this game.
They suck, bro. It's just bad.
And we got no prospects to look
No,
forward to.
shout out to Colton Montgomery, Colson, whatever the hell his name is. But like the thing that makes it worse is there's no fun, and we got this new guy in for fun. Well, not for fun, but like Tony La Russa was the antithesis of fun. Like he was the, oh, don't flip your bat on a home run, Tim. Or I'm gonna bench you.
One of those.
But like every other one of them, for real, every other team in the league has some type of celebration. Like the Mariners have a fucking Triton. You hit a home run, they give you a Triton. The Angels have like this Japanese like sorcerer samurai helmet. Everybody has something. The White Sox hit a home run. It's like, good job, brother. Good job. Good job. Good job. There's no excitement ever, and the ballpark is empty every day.
Bro, I heard it like when going to Wrigley that it's a different energy, a different feel. It's all
Bro,
facts.
we're going to Wrigley
Bro,
again
It's
soon.
all
Okay.
facts, bro.
I would rather
I
go to
should've saved
Wrigley
this
again.
Video. Was this in the MLB?
Let's go to Wrigley at night.
Was
Oh,
this
no,
in the
I would be
MLB? I
down.
think
Beautiful.
some dude hit a home run or got a hit or something, and he celebrated, and I think he got in trouble, whatever. Another dude came up and hit like a walk off or some shit or a home run. But he was a grand slam, but he didn't celebrate at all because of what just happened.
Oh, that was college baseball.
okay, yeah.
So what happened was that guy, he's a two-way player. So he struck somebody out in the big point of the game, and he got super excited. He got ejected for it. The
Okay.
very next day, he hit the grand slam and just walked, and he didn't
Damn,
get no
that-
hand claps or nothing. He was just
ain't no such thing as no switch pitcher yet, though, right?
Yeah, it is a switch pitcher.
yeah. It's
Like-
there was one in the league. He didn't make it.
Okay.
One right now who's a prospect. He throws. I don't know if he's in college or high school, but he's been going viral because
The
he
glove.
switches depending on who. He has a special glove, but he Or no? Does
I
that,
thought-
or does he switch
I
again?
had to be making some
Whoever
shit up
comes
there.
back and forth, he'll go.
There's no rule like you can't like so it's an inning. You don't have to stay on that side.
No,
right?
you just have to tell the ump before the at bat, I'm pitching righty, and you
Okay,
can't
I
pitch
thought it
to
was.
righty then go lefty.
I thought yeah okay because I
Why
thought it was
not,
some
though?
type of rule.
Yeah, it's unfair.
It's just too
that's
much.
Some fuck shit.
That's
just
some
too much.
extra ass
I'm
shit.
preparing to bat left. I mean, I guess a lefty, and all of a sudden in the middle of the count, he goes right. Boy,
That's some crazy.
Now,
shit.
what if you're going against a switch hitter? Y'all just keep fucking flipping every pitch. Boom, boom, boom. No, it's not worth it. The game is as long as it is, anyways. You got 15 to 20 seconds to throw your pitch. Let's not add no extra shit to it.
You missed it the other night. Me and Mike played a game.
Hey,
what happened?
I won.
He won.
he beat me
He
3 to
beat me
2?
3-2.
3-2.
Y'all play Diamond Dynasty?
No,
Nah, it's just a
game.
regular
Who you
game.
have?
The Dodgers.
Who's scoring for you?
I don't remember.
David Peralta's like 4 for 4.
Yeah, he
was.
won. I remember that.
Who you have, Mike?
The
I had the
Pirates.
Padres.
He had the
Oh,
Pirates.
Oh yeah.
And
One
that's,
with
that
the
was your
P.
mistake because he thought he wanted to pick the Padres. He said, "I want to see if Tatis is on." I'm like, bro, that's the Padres. You picked the Pirates.
I picked the Pirates.
Now you got G1 Bay instead of
I had bro.
Tatis.
No. Yeah. I had a nigga in the fucking in right field, bro. D-Mills
Thiago
like
Smith.
Ain't Joe out on that team?
Yeah, and Joe hit like 2 perfect
Casual
pokes tonight,
shit,
and he didn't go
man.
anywhere.
Damn.
Connor Joe.
yeah. No, bro. D-Mills kept hitting to the right field, and the dude had no defense.
I didn't even know why you didn't pull him because his bat is not anything either. I would have just yanked his ass
Bro.
immediately.
You did
There was
anything on
a-
Brian Reynolds?
I don't remember if he got a hit, but Brian Reynolds was part of the reason. Like I was like, yeah, let me hop on this team.
That was a fun game, though.
Did they still have Cruz? O'Neal Cruz?
Yup. O'Neal Cruz, I think he got on base. I forget.
Yeah, it was a rough watch from Mike's perspective, but I enjoyed it because Derek was doing his thing.
Who was your favorite player to play with on the Dodgers?
He
I
couldn't,
don't know.
He couldn't name. Yeah, he couldn't name you
I
anybody.
was just
on there.
playing.
He was just going off the vibes.
Say, who was this?
We
nigga?
tried to do trio co-op, but it like the team
Oh,
just
yeah,
quit.
lagged out.
No, it lagged out and we quit, and then he got like a 30-minute penalty,
Damn.
which means that he been quitting
I
other
could
games
tell-
too.
I could tell you. I could tell you went in that mood though, because you just lost that game. He's like,
I
don't
was
even,
pissed,
He
bro.
said, I just want to hop in another ranked game.
and I did, and I won, and I ended my night on the win.
I've been on that moonshot shit. That shit been going crazy.
Yeah.
That co-op thing, it seemed
That
like it
shit
had
boosted my stats.
didn't
You know my
realize-
stats bad.
Yeah, facts.
It's fun that you
Facts.
switch responsibilities every time the inning changes.
Yeah, it
That
was
was
a
cool.
very fun.
That
mode.
nigga said, KB said, D Mills, you the infield. He said, so I'm left, right, right?
like, nah, you was tweaking, boy.
And then remember, nigga swung and it was like he got out and the pitcher got, the catcher got to throw it to the first base or whatever. He said, look at that catch because he was at
You
first
thought he
base.
was- yeah.
He talking about look at that catch.
We gotta try it again because I think it got potential for good content.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
And I was ready to carry. I won't lie. I was ready to carry.
Not at that point. You said, man, I don't know if I can hit.
I know I'm ready to carry.
Okay.
Now. That moonshot got me feeling. But
That
again,
moonshot got
moonshot is a
me-
double
No,
edge
bro.
though because you're gonna go into a
Yeah.
motherfucker. It's gonna be Bob Gibson,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna be able to hit no more.
Yeah, niggas take that shit serious and rank, and that if that shit, it'll be a bronze pitch, and niggas will have no energy, no confidence,
And you
just
just- Bro, I
pitching.
put up 12 in the first inning yesterday, and I'm like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is beautiful. I got my Trey Turner parallel to get. It was and I'm
That's
back
what
on
I'm
it today.
paralleling my car.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, congrats to D Mill, man. D Mill's having a baby, man. They having a girl, so congrats to
Yeah,
them.
them fastballs are different though. They be coming at over 100.
I'm
You
telling
ain't even seen the
You ain't
fastballs.
seen Bob.
You haven't
Gibson.
even seen the fastballs.
You
yet.
haven't. Whoever we
I
was
don't
pitching
remember
against
who.
was like, it was Nestor Cortez. It was 92 Nestor Cortez. He not throwing 102. Once we load up and you see Bob, I'm telling you,
Seeing 102
him in
is
my
one
nightmares,
thing.
bro.
Seeing 102 is one thing. It's just when it's 102, then you also got to worry about all that off speed
the
shit.
off speed is an 86 and 83. Anyway, we appreciate y'all watching or listening to this episode of Through the Wire podcast, man. We will be back on Tuesday, and by that time, some series might be over, whatever. But we love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all soon. Oh, last thing, go watch Through the Wire. NBA Charades dropped yesterday.
Right now.
Right after this video, just go autoplay it and let us know what you think. It was a fun time.
More coming.
More coming too. Yes, sir.
We out.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
A good little episode, man. A good little episode. The commercial won't leave me alone. I don't even know what it. A good little episode. Have I seen them all? I might react to the AMP boot camp to come.